Yep, I'm doing a live. Send a message to Zach. He was upset that I didn't let him know last time. Anyway. Hey, Earl. How's it going, man? I'm going to go ahead and put my link in here. I'm going to go do some fishing tomorrow. Try and catch a bass or something. I brought the John boat home yesterday from work. And I was going to work on it today, and then life happened, and kid's diabetes got a hold of her. So missed out on work and dealt with her today, and didn't get a chance to work on the John boat this evening because I was doing some cleaning up in the house and stuff. Anyway, so figured I'd come on here since I didn't work on the John boat and talk about fishing. So, and I'm also gonna go ahead and do some reel service on this old monofill. It's an old Penn monofill, number 25. So that's what I got going. Uper, hello, welcome in. Earl, are you doing anything specific tomorrow, or are you just gonna head out and hope for the best? Hey, thanks for sharing links. Appreciate that. Lincod, you going with them commercial guys again, or just going to go out in your own boat and do that? Wish I was going out after some Lincod. All right, hey, check it out. I grabbed the first Penn wrench. The right one was first. So I do service some reels sometimes. I have here a bait squid container. And I'm going to put all the parts in here so that I don't lose them on the table. First one that I took off is this little set screw here that holds the handle nut. And then I'm going to take the handle nut off and pull the handle off. I always start with that. Hi, Zach. I put a link in there if you want to come up on the live with me. If not, you can just hang in the chat. Anybody going with you tomorrow, Earl? Wish I was going with you tomorrow. So there's the little handle nut. And the handle comes off. I'm thinking that I might put this on a rod and do some pier fishing with it later in the year. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. I'm not doing any giveaways tonight. Hope's not with me tonight. Hester's at work until I don't know when she's closing. So that's why I'm just kind of here by myself. Okay, the clicker works. So this is full line. I'm going to go ahead and pull all the line off it before I get too far ahead of myself. It's all wrapped up around the reel base here, reel seat. It's from May. It is not a 409. It's a monofill 25. Guy from Wisconsin. Well, that sounds fun, Earl. Figures I cleaned the house up and now I don't have an empty bottle to spin all this line onto. Give me a second. Yeah, I heard the weather's pretty nice out there, Earl, comparatively. It was nice and warm today, and I didn't even get to spend any time outside except for taking the dogs out. So I'm going to use this empty bottle, and I'm just going to wrap the line up on that because this line is, I don't know how old. Northern Girl Hobbies. No such thing as a boring fisherman. Well, there's me. I am Ken, the boring fisherman. This takes a little while to get the line off this way, but then you can throw the whole thing away, and it's not going to be loose on the ground. Birds ain't going to be getting stuck in it. Ain't going to make a mess. And whoever filled this reel last used some pretty light line. I think that's probably 12-pound mono on this reel, on this monofill number 25. I did post my link in there if any of you guys want to come up on the panel with me. Squirrel Magnet, how's it going? This might take me a while to get all this line off here. I should have done this before I did the video. Thank you for sharing links, Earl. We know I'm not going to do it sitting here in front of the laptop. Hopefully you guys aren't being annoyed by the sound of my air conditioner over there. Starting the fire, long day outside. Well, that sounds fun. You going to do marshmallows and hot dogs on the fire? Hope so. Looks like we got 7 people in the chat. Awesome. Oh, this is going to take forever. Good content. Pick you up, squirrel. Hey, I'm glad to see you guys subscribing to each other and stuff. That's awesome. This is going to take forever to empty this reel. They call it a monofill because back in the early days, there wasn't mono. There was like Dacron lines and things like that. And the spools on the early Penns were nickel-plated brass. And when monofilament came around in the early days, because it would stretch, you could load it really tight on the spool, and it would actually bend those brass spools. So when they came out with the monofill models of reel, which is similar to like your Beachmasters or the Long Beach even, then they went to that big light or plastic spool to hold the tension of the monofilament lines. Just in case anybody was curious about that. Well, you know, I'd say you could have this line, but it's of an undisclosed age and it's gold colored. Even this far down on the spool. I mean, I've been spinning this. You've been watching how long I've been spinning that, and that's still how full this is. It's going to take me a while. Kind of wish I had a drill, but inside with the fire, still cold there. You know, I know how that is. I'm living down here in the South now, and that's pretty cool and all. And I ran my air conditioner today. Had the air conditioner going yesterday. Air conditioner probably tomorrow. I guess it's supposed to rain Sunday, so tomorrow's my chance this weekend to get out fishing. I was going to try to put the depth finder on my John boat today, and I would have done that had I had a regular day today, because Hope went back to her mom's house. She's not here, and I was going to be able to just come straight home after work, and I'd have had time to put the depth finder on that John gave me and tie on some or add some cleats so I could tie my anchor. And I didn't get to that today because, you know, life happened. And I'm glad that my employer is understanding of that when I have to stay home with my daughter for her diabetes. I don't wish that curse on anyone. But anyway. Kinked up. Natural State Fishing, Matt and Sophie. Hello, welcome to the chat. Let me go ahead and paste that in there again. If you want to come up on panel with me. So for those of you that are just joining the chat, I'm going to work on an old Penn reel. Well, it was in the 70s today, I think. I have my air conditioner set at 72, and it's been running most of the day. It stopped for a little bit here and there, but it's been running most of the day. In fact, I actually went and put a shirt on just so I could do this live video because I'm at the house, so why not? So you're welcome for that, Earl. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. So Natural State Fishing is a really cool channel. He does live videos. I might even be stepping on his hours right now. But he makes lures. He ties a bunch of jigs and flies and stuff. I have some of them that I'm taking on the boat with me tomorrow. He sent me some jigs for crappie and panfish, and he sent me one of his bladed jigs so that I'm going to throw for bass. So Carter's Custom Lures. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm pulling line off of an old reel. I'm wrapping it up on a bottle so it can get thrown away, disposed of, so that it doesn't end up getting entangled in a bird or something like that, or somebody doesn't trip on it. Something that I do when I go out fishing public places like the beach, when I go beach fishing, or the pier, or anywhere like that, is I always seem to catch my feet in fishing line that someone's discarded, and I like to pick up stuff like that. And so naturally, I don't like to just cut it up and make a mess out of it, throw it on the ground. So yeah, Zach, you've seen me do that. So for those of you in the chat, that Zachary Foraker, he is the guy that I fished with like the second day or the first day that I got to North Carolina. He's also in my Memorial Day video at Fort Macon, and he's in my catfish video at Catfish Lake. We haven't really got together and done a whole lot of fishing. We live like a half an hour away. There's probably no real reason why we don't. Except for that, for me to go pick him up at his house and then go fishing again back up here is like an hour round trip. Which I might do if he wanted to get up at like 5 in the morning. I don't think I'll get up at 5 in the morning. That's a lie. Tomorrow's Saturday. I might get up at like 9. Hi, Mo Dog. Welcome in. No, it's not Saturday, hence the title of the video. Hey, look, there's a knot joining two different kinds of line here. No, it's I'm just here doing a live video by myself right now, waiting for Esther to get home. I'm going to do a reel service. I'm doing some fish and talk. Right now, I'm taking this old line off so that I can dispose of it so that it doesn't like kill birds and stuff. But hey, welcome to the chat, Mo Dog. I put my link up in the chat there if you want to come up on panel with me. That way you can laugh at the faces I make while I'm working on this reel. The reel that I'm working on tonight is a Penn monofill number 25. And I just want to get it going good and smooth, and then I'm going to find a rod for it so I can pier fish with it. Because fishing season's like here. So I think it should be okay for pier fishing. What am I getting set up for fishing-wise? Well, I just got all my tackle boxes. Not all of them, but I got 3 of them sitting right over here with some of the accessories that go in my boat. And I got my rods pulled out for tomorrow. They're over there by the TV. You can see over here. Tomorrow, I'm just going to go somewhere local and try to catch some brim or maybe a bass. I just need to get out on the water. I haven't been in months. I've kind of been in a slump in my life the last couple of months. And I'm just going to get out and try to go fishing. So That's what I'm setting up for. Oh, I heard that, Mo-Dog. Whenever you're ready. Not all of them. Not all of what, Zach? Still that much line to go. That's why they call it a monofill. They hold a whole lot. This is pretty small diameter line. I'm not sure what I'll go back with on it. I might put 15 on since I just plan to use it off of the pier. I will stay with monofilament on it. And fishing box. Yeah, you're right. It's not all of them. I got like 40 more of them back over there in the corner. And then I got some more out in my storage, or some in my truck, or some in my wife's truck. I got fishing stuff all over the place. I still have tackle boxes in Oregon, I think. To be honest with you, I think I still have tackle boxes in Oregon. I know for a fact I still have tackle in Oregon because I left a bunch of gear on the boat there. Maybe not a bunch, but I did leave some gear on the boat there. Shit, I might, oh, pardon my language. I might spend most of this video just pulling line off of this reel. Oh, you're fine, Earl. You are just fine. I appreciate you being here. I'm on to the second kind of monofilament now, and I'm looking through here, and it looks like I'm about to find a Dacron backer, so I might actually stop at the Dacron backer and leave the Dacron backer on this reel. Yeah, if I had my drill handy, then I would probably do that, Zach. Appreciate you sharing links, Earl. Thank you for that. Almost the end of the mono. I can see the Dacron now. You see the Dacron now sticking out through the mono. So I'm almost there. And then I'll be able to pull the handle side off and the spool off and get into the gear side of this reel. And I'll kind of show you guys a little bit as I'm doing it here. So heard that, Mo-Dog. I'm the same way. I've got all kinds of rods and reels here and lures. Zach has personally seen my collection in here. What do we have here? All right. Well, it's kind of dirty. I don't know. I don't even remember where I got this reel. But the line's finally off of it. So I'm going to set this aside behind my little box here. Steve in here? %. All right. So I got all the mono off. It's down to the Dacron backer. I don't see a loose end on the Dacron, so whoever tied it tucked it in really well and then tied over the top of this, which is fine. I may screw with that later when I go to put line back on it. Now that I got all the mono off, now I can actually start working on the reel because the spool will come out. Hi, Steve. Welcome in. Let's see. Click this button. No, I don't want to ban him. What the hell? Anyway, I'll have to figure that out later. So I've got one of these 6-in-1 screwdrivers. These are awesome if you're working on older reels. All the screws on these are they take a flat blade screwdriver. Now they are different length. The ones that go into the posts, these are called posts, are longer than the ones that go into the reel stand. These ones are going to be shorter so that they don't stick out in here and catch on line. But I'm going to put them all into my little bait bucket here. It's a shrimp container that I use for all the small parts. I washed it up after it was empty of bait a long time ago, and now I just use it for doing this. I haven't done a reel in a few months. I think the last one I did a video on it. So aside from Earl, the reef robber, anybody else going fishing tomorrow? Looks like we've got 10 people in chat. That's cool. Or 10 people watching anyway. Hey, Modog's back. You want that link now? Me, he says. Here, I'll do that again. We already know what Modog's fishing for. He's catching trophy bass. Matt, what are you targeting? Crappie, brim, bass, catfish, walleye, yellow perch? Heading out on Sunday. So you're in Oregon right now. How'd it go changing the thermostat? Hopefully you didn't have any trouble with that. All right, so I've got all the screws out of this. Point. That's actually in pretty good shape. That looks nice. A lot better than I anticipated. Now this is off. The spool comes out. I probably should have showed you that. It is dry in there. Look how clean that is. That's awesome for an antique. And this spool being that, it's the same plastic color that the ends are, but I don't know if the camera will show it, but it's got a lot of that purling in it. A lot of the materials in that age do that. I'm going ice fishing also. Ice fishing? Why do I not believe you? Okay, so this is the, it's a bushing, but they call it a bearing, non-handle side bearing. And it's just a bushing. I'm going to pull it all the way out and make sure that the spring that's on the backside, because there's a spring on the backside of it, I'm going to make sure that that's not all flattened. And it's got plenty of spring to it. And I'll just set that aside. I don't need to take this any further apart than this just to service this. But what I am going to do, check my phone, and I use Penn Precision Real Grease. Oh, speaking of that, I got something to show you. Ice cream fishing. All right. So my neighbor works at the landfill, and so he brings me home fishing rods and tackle boxes and stuff from time to time, and he brought me this. It's Penn Precision Real Cleaner Grease and oil. I still have this big old 1 pound tub of it though that I'm using. This will probably last me my whole life at the rate that I use it, which isn't very fast. So I got paper towels set up here. Everything's on paper towels. I've got this little screwdriver that I don't use for screws. What I use this for is I will just tip it in here. That's a lot, actually, more than I needed. But I'll get a little bit of grease on the end of it like that. And then I will use this to apply grease to the parts. And you can see this is the clicker, and this round piece that's behind it is the click spring. And with how dry that is, I'm just going to put a little bit of grease on either side of that. And I'm going to work it back and forth a little bit, get some grease on there so that when it's spinning, when the spool is spinning, that little arrow shaped thing actually connects on these, and that's what makes the noise, is that little arrow slides back and forth against that spring and clicks on these. And the end of the spool shaft here is what rides in this bushing. So I'm going to go ahead and put some grease along that as well. I must have missed something in chat. Shared. Thank you for sharing me. 68 degrees now. Ooh, 68. Nice. It is nice and warm out there. Miss Modog uses a screwdriver to apply grease to my parts also. They creak a lot. Screwdrivers work awesome for that. You really do. And then you're not getting it all over your fingers. I get a lot of grease on me at work. And I normally wear rubber gloves when I'm doing bearings and stuff like that at work. So it's kind of nice just to apply it with a little tool and not get it all over me. Now that side of that spool is grease, I'm going to take this bearing as well. And I'm just going to put a little bit of, just a little, giving me more than I want. I'm going to just put a little bit of grease down in the opening there so that when I reassemble this here in a couple of minutes, that everything will just run smoothly. And I'm going to go ahead and screw that back into the side plate. I'm not even going to worry about polishing this or anything because this thing's in a lot better shape than I anticipated. Earl and Modog are fighting in the chat. It's fantastic. Calm down, kids. All right, look at this. The pin wrench fit that? It doesn't. That's fine. That's fine. When I'm cleaning my reels, Earl. Yeah, Modog, you clean your reels quite a bit. Do you actually do a lot of service on your reels, Modog? Like, do you take them in and get them done annually? Do you do it? You hire it off? Do you just fish them till they die and replace them? So these dang cameras all backwards. These are the bridge plate screws. This is the bridge plate. There's a spring behind that. And so I cup it in my hand while I'm taking those screws out because I don't want that spring to fly off into orbit somewhere. All the time I do it. Awesome. So this is probably pretty familiar to you then, what I'm doing. Fish them until I can't use them, then try to service them. Yeah. Story of my life. Now, the thing about these bridge plate screws, mine have sunk in, which is fine. All right, I did not lose the spring. Oh, cool. This one's a flat spring. So, yeah, there's a little bit of gunk on this main gear. So this is the dog. That's what makes the handle stop when you spin it backwards and also makes that clicking sound, that signature Penn clicking sound. Now, there's some dehydrated lubricant. And there's a little collar that applies your drag. I'm going to go ahead and pull the main gear and the whole drag stack off in one piece and set it aside. And then there's a spacer under that. This is the spacer that's under it. It actually looks like it might be two. It could just be that it's dirty and it looks like it has a seam. All right, and then this is your bridge plate with your pinion shaft. Grab me another paper towel here. About like I do. All right, premiering our camping trip. Catch you later. All right, Matt. Yeah, I'm going to stay here, but I will watch your video after this. Thank you for coming by. Fishing the Mid-South. Hello. I am so terrible with names. I know that I know your name, but I don't know your name. I'm just kind of wiping the old lubricants off of this bridge plate. I don't think I need to go as far as to pull the pinion shaft off of the bridge plate and clean behind it because it moves so good. And this is actually really in good shape. I expected this to be a whole lot worse. Oh.
I see you, but I have you on my phone. I'm trying to turn you off.
Oh, okay. Dehydrated lubricant. Show the container, please. So the lubricant that I said that was dehydrated is actually the old lubricant inside the reel, and the container of new lubricant is the Penn Precision Reel Grease.
See, look, I wasn't lying. Look, I do my reels sitting right here at my desk, right here.
Yeah, that's where I do mine. Same place.
I just got done doing that squeaky one. Remember, I used to cast that out, and I keep telling everybody that it's got brand new bearings in it. I found the bearing that was giving me the problem. I didn't grease the inside of, or not grease, but oil the inside bearing on the cap on my bait casters. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I already put it on here. My bad. I've got all these brand new poles sitting here, but this one right here, I never greased this one.
Oh,
underneath here is the bearing underneath in the cap.
Yeah, those ones are a lot more complicated inside than these old Penns.
Yeah. Stay.
I'm just going to flood this pinion shaft here with some of this Real X oil, just so that it gets some in it.
Modog turns me off. I didn't turn you. What? That's funny. Nobody told him that I played his video yesterday.
So I like this Real X. It works really good for me.
I've never tried that. I use real butter.
Yeah. I've also got this stuff that comes with the new Okumas. It's about like putting water on them, but it works. Oh, that's so smooth now. That's going to be nice. So how you doing, man? Doing some ice cream fishing tomorrow?
Great. Doing some ice cream fishing. That's right. That's right. That's right. Ice cream fishing. Don't let the kids hear me say that, because then I'll have to go ice cream fishing today.
It's the well, there's a name for that. I don't remember the name for this, but it's the piece that makes it so you can unlock the handle and cast and stuff. There's a name for it.
Are you eating a Klondike bar there, Reef Robber?
One thing I wanted to show you about these Penn reels. Let me get these screws out. They're stuck in this dried up grease. I better put this flat spring away. Wipe this down. Duma Flicky,
yeah.
I'm not sure what that means, but okay. So the difference. So you got these screws here that are partially threaded, and they actually go through the top holes in the side plate here for the bridge plate, because there's the springs for the jack there, and then these ones that are threaded all the way go in the bottom holes, because you don't have to worry about a spring riding on them.
So that has the same springs like what's inside of the bait casters that I use, the mini bait, whatever they call them.
Like these
casters, yeah, exactly like that. I spent like an hour looking for that on my floor the other day.
So the one that does the dog, the anti-reverse on these is done by a dog. The spring for that is this. It's a flat spring.
Oh yeah. See, I probably would have been able to find that a whole lot quicker than that spiral looking thin wired thing.
Yeah, you got your eccentric jack is here, and when you flip that lever, it moves this yoke up and down. That's what this is called, is a yoke. It moves this up and down,
thingamajiggy,
and presses that gear in and out of the housing to disconnect the handle from the spool. Yep.
See, I'd be lost if I took one of those apart.
It's a doodad. It is a doodad. It's a Modog and a doodad and a boring fisherman and a reef robber. I'm surprised the reef robber's not coming up on panel. He normally loves talking and hearing his own voice. So I'm actually pretty surprised.
Am I missing something in here? He said, "Why are you scream fishing?" But I don't see anybody named Jen. Ice cream. I get it. Never mind. I sometimes hate Earl.
The guy has a sense of humor on him.
Well, I mean, he does, but you got to go back and read things before you understand what he's saying. I got it. And her name is Jen. Got it. Tracking.
Dude is a fishing G, Zach says.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I figured that out, Reef Robber. Thanks. Appreciate you. And she's ice cream fishing. I got it. I'm there.
You know, there may be like one ice cream sandwich in my freezer unless Hope ate it.
You probably should go find out.
Well, if there's only one, then I'm going to let Hester eat it.
You should go cut it.
Oh,
I don't know what happened to the other half.
Well, yeah, I know how well that'll work. That'll go down like a lead balloon.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Your cup is not in the mail yet. I took today was like you don't even want to know. After I got off of live last night, man, my daughter. Oh, I didn't go to bed until 5 o'clock this morning.
I tried to hang out on there until you played my video with the mail call.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't. And then I woke up this morning and Hope's the site for her insulin pump had came off in the middle of the night, and she had like a 425 blood sugar with ketones.
Oh no!
So
that's
whole day. Yep, we were home. We were working on that. Had to change the site. Had to, monitor her until it came back down to a reasonable level, which means I didn't go to work because parent thing. And then because I brought the John boat home yesterday, the owner was like, as long as you're not out fishing today, when I, texted and called out, I'm like, nope, not fishing today. I am not shoveling snow. If I see snow on TV, it makes me angry. I don't ever want to see snow again.
Oh, God. Snow.
And Modog here, he's like going to move further north where it might snow on him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're talking about it, but I just want to be closer to the family, but I hate snow so much. I hate the wind. It blows here in Oklahoma, but in Kansas, it's like way worse.
I agree. I've been through Kansas twice now. Both times it's been tornado warnings, which I'm pretty sure is a daily event for that state. But now the first time I went through there and I was on the Harley and I had to ride through flood and tornado warnings. That was no fun. The second time I was going through with that big trailer when I was moving, and that sucked too. John Switzer, hello.
Hey, PA Trapping. That's PA Trapping.
I know it.
Oh.
But his name's John Switzer outdoors now. So
yeah, well, not by choice, I bet.
My daughter is 12. She just turned 12 in January. And I am a bad dad, and I've only been living to where I have access to her all the time for like 9 months now. Before it was $1,000 to fly her back and forth over a weekend.
You're not a bad dad. Don't say that. You're a good dad. I know a lot of dads wouldn't have moved across country and left things they love behind just to do what you did. So,
yeah, I definitely miss home. We were talking about that today while me and Hope were sitting on here, and we were checking her blood sugar every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So we were watching a bunch of my old YouTube videos of crabbing and stuff. We actually watched that one where we were crabbing on a Wednesday when you were doing lives on Wednesdays. And we were crabbing and we had your live video going and it was on my video.
I remember that. I remember that.
We were actually catching crab that day for my my mom's celebration.
Yeah.
So that was a cool time.
I remember that because you had me play a video the next week of that while you were out on the boat while I was live on the boat.
Yeah. That, the internet has made the world a lot smaller, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I don't want to go home. I love Florida, even if I fish like Dale.
You know what? I fish like me, which means sometimes I might catch one, but probably not. Still ice fishing while the ice is good. That looks like fun and all, except for it doesn't.
because it's on ice.
Sorry.
The fishing
It
part
looks
looks
so
fun.
much fun when you're out there, but it really not.
Yeah, you're watching those videos, and because everything's edited, and the video goes by in like 5 minutes, so you think that it's this awesome, just limit out in 5 minutes and get off of the water thing.
Sitting out there for 8 hours.
And then you think about it, and you're like, no, that's like 8 to 10 hours of sitting in a hut in front of a heater, or sitting out on the ice with nothing in that temperature on ice, and I ain't got it in me. Could you imagine the beard I would have to have if I lived in that kind of an environment?
Bigger than the one you got now? What are you talking about?
Yeah. I'd have to make a coat out of the dang thing.
There ain't no way I could. I don't do well with cold weather.
Hey, Carter. Appreciate that.
I hate cold weather.
Scared of standing on ice. I'm scared of standing on ice when the ground is more than about this far below it.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand.
I've watched too many videos of trucks going through the ice, and then you lose your whole rig. No, I don't want to sit on it.
Yeah, so I'm sitting on the ice and it goes, you just leave me there because I don't want to come back at that point. Like I don't think the healing up is worth it to me. So I just avoid it. Hey, look, it's your favorite thing. I'm picking the grease out of one of these gears. I did that on that one video of yours, and you were like making fun of me, talking to me and stuff, and I'm like, huh?
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing over there? I don't do that. I don't take the old grease out unless I see missing parts inside on the gears. I don't take the old grease out. I just leave it in there. I wipe it as much as I can.
This old grease that's in here, like I could have fished this reel, like it still ran, fairly smooth. But I'm sure that about half of the way through reeling it up, it would have started getting stiff from this old grease because this stuff's stiffer than peanut butter. I mean, it's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, you're working on a really old one. I'm just saying one that I already had out fishing and knew that I didn't. I just serviced it 9 months ago or so. I probably don't service them as often as I should, but I mean, I can imagine that I service them more than some people might.
Yeah. Well, somebody really liked this monofill before I ended up with it. I don't even remember where I got it. Somebody loved it because it's very well taken care of.
Yeah.
But, fishing season's starting up around here, and I'm going to try to start doing some pier fishing into the night now.
There you go.
And, I think this would be a good application for that. Leary on occasion. Have to go further north for safe ice and have preps in place. I believe that. See, Zach agrees. So Zach is a transplant from Ohio, and he's been down here for I don't remember how many years, but he's my daughter's mom's neighbor, and he took me fishing and has been teaching me things, and he's been a real help. Even though about half of the time I think about him, I want to strangle him, but.
Where I got lost on my own computer. What the heck?
Found some mullet today. They jump like Asian carp. Where'd you find mullet at? Oh no. Now I'm into the drag stack.
Mullet. You guys are talking
The fish.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I'm starting to turn into Modog. I have 2 reels that I need to put on rods, and then I'd have 3 to take bass fishing. I went through this small stack of rods that I have in the back here. I've got 10 of them over here, and picked out 2 to take on the John boat tomorrow because I'm not going to send any rods out to try to do any catfish or anything. I was going to try to go limb lining.
Oh, I love that.
But apparently there's some kind of a weird regulation on that I'm not well versed on yet. It seems like the limb lines have to be marked like the crab pots did back home. Name, phone number, all that stuff on them. You have to have a special color line.
Well, I don't know about the line. Do you really?
I'd heard that.
I thought the tags had to be like a red tag on the limb that you put it on with your name and address on it and phone number.
Yeah, and then I heard something about like you have to have a yellow line. Like the line that's visible has to be yellow or something. I'm not sure.
240-pound beaver? Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. I used to limb line in Virginia when I lived over in, well, when I was in.
Those big beavers. Well, I don't know. Is that big beavers? That sounds like a big beaver. I imagine a beaver being like 18, 20 pounds.
That's a big beaver. You didn't see the video. I think it played after yours or before yours yesterday where he caught that giant beaver. It took up half his kayak.
That was before mine. I saw that. Yeah.
Thing was huge. He said not huge. Bigger.
Well, you know, if I followed Earl a little closer, I'd probably know that. We don't have those fish here. No, you probably don't have mullet there. Who was it? I think it was you, Modog, was talking about never catching drum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I see these people go out and bass fish all the time. Standing next to me bass fishing or down the way from me bass fishing and catching drum. I've never caught a drum while bass fishing. I've never caught a drum.
Well, I've caught one red drum, and I've caught a handful of croakers and stuff, which they're related. They're part of the drum family. But they're the saltwater ones, which I understand are the same fish from the research I've done, which isn't a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I've caught like one red drum, and it was with Zach, and it was like by an inch, it was into slot size. And so I got to eat it, and we made fish tacos out of it. Got that main gear cleared up.
I'm not going there. I did that with Crystal last night. Talking about, we were having the same conversation, and Crystal was in here. I don't know if you guys could hear her, but she was like a snare drum.
Well, I don't know if you can snare a drum, but I know you can snag a drum.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Trying to get these drag washers cleaned up. Look at that. You probably can't see it, but they're still flexible. They're not carbon fiber, so they're probably the leather. That means this is real old stuff. But they're still textured. Somebody really loved this reel. Or it just never got used.
Probably loved it. Are the gears worn at all? Any wear on them at all?
Well, here's that pinion gear. And
probably
it looks brand new.
Look at that thing.
Red drum, sheep's head, black drum, and the saltwater are loved. Freshwater drum or trash fish to most people. Well, I eat trash fish. I eat herring. I eat sardines. I eat anchovies. I eat all that stuff. In fact, I sat down and ate some herring today. And I thought about...
Did you do a lunch with me video?
I thought about doing a lunch with me video, but I didn't because I didn't feel like putting a shirt on.
Yeah. Don't do a lunch video. Don't do a lunch with me without a shirt on, please.
Yeah. You know, the shirtless redneck, that's my dad. I can't get away with that.
Man, that guy has a mouth.
I don't know what to compare a drum to.
I don't either. I don't. They're carp. I guess. I don't know. Are they carp or not carp?
I don't think they're carp. I think drum are their own thing.
Are they?
State Farm.
Jake,
hey, it's Jake. Hi, Jake. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the asylum. Look at me being healthier than the alternatives.
Me too.
You know, I haven't been able to find those locally.
You want me to send you one with your cup?
Yeah, send me one in the cup. Yeah. Don't pour it in the cup, but
don't pour it in the cup. All right.
Don't pour it in the cup. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this up here again because Jake likes coming in on my panel once in a while too. So I'm going to go ahead and put my link in there again. I'm never calling you by your channel name ever again. Then what are you going to call me, Earl?
Oh, he's talking to Bish. Now I got it. Now he's got me doing it.
All right, so I'm going to put the drag stack back together in this teeny little main gear. Isn't that a cute little main gear? The main gear in my Long Beach is like twice that size. But anyhow, they go fiber gear. And then you get there's a name for that washer that's got the flat sides on the inside. You get one of those after the first fiber gear.
Hey, I got to jump down. I got to go take care of the kids real quick.
All right, buddy.
I'll come back up here in a little bit.
All right. But anyway, it goes with a fiber gear after that. Then there's this next washer that has the ears on the outside. They call that an eared washer. So it goes, and it lines up with little notches inside. That is a thick drag stack. And then the last fiber washer. Then the last one of these washers with the flat sides on the inside. There's a name for it, and I can't remember it right now. I lose my words a lot. Yeah, that is a likely story. Really likely story. But it's also Earl that we're talking about there, too. Then that whole drag stack and the main gear goes onto that pinion shaft there that I've already put the spacer on underneath, which is actually a red fiber spacer, so that's original. All the aftermarkets are black. And then you've got the spring washer. It's got a curve to it. And that goes on top. And what that does is that takes the shock of this little collar that also goes on there. That little collar pushes against that drag stack and gives you your drag pressure. Queen Hess, I think, is still at work, guys. I don't know who's throwing hearts. I can't see any of it. Few chores happening. All right. Hey, I appreciate you coming by. Thank you. Did make the live stream a lot more lively. Yeah, I believe you. So now I'm basically done with the main body of the guts there with the drag stack. So now I'm going to move back into the side plate here, the handle side plate. I've already cleaned up all the hardware, everything with these springs. Quit hitting on my man. I didn't realize I was hitting on anybody, but okay. Sharksmith Angling. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. There is a link somewhere in the chat if you want to come up on panel. I don't mind. I'm not doing any giveaways tonight. Hope's not here. So now I'm going to start putting this back together, starting with the eccentric jack and the yoke. I'll start by putting these springs down into their little pockets. They got little pockets there that they go in. Okay. And then there's this guy, which is part of your bridge plate assembly, and your pinion gear rides in that. It makes an assembly like this. And the side of the gear that has the notch cut out in it, which is the top side there, goes towards the spool because that's what actually locks into the spool. For that, you just line up right on top of the springs there. And then I'm just going to push it down and compress the springs. And then this will go back on. So it's got a notch here. And there's a peg on the inside that keeps it indexed. And then there's a notch here that goes on the eccentric on the back side of your handle. It can be a pain sometimes to get them lined up, but when you get them, they go just like that. Look there. All right. So now, the next thing that I need to do is going to be to put the dog and the dog spring back in. Yeah, he said he'd come back. Thanks for the drop. You're welcome. Poor Ken. Poor Ken. What did I do now? Oh no. What did I miss? I must have missed something. Oh, man. Uh-oh. I don't remember which way the dog was going when I took this apart. Oh, hey. Hi, Queen Hess. You're heading home from work now. Sweet. I'm working on that monofill tonight. You'll see when you get here. Yeah, season's starting here too. There, Sharksmith. Oh, that ain't right. Should have paid closer attention to this dog when I had it out. Or when I took it out. All right. Now, this reel uses a flat spring, so I'm going to try and get this flat spring in without hurting anything, to include myself. Hey, there it is. Sweet. Now you kind of, dang it. Yep, that was what I was afraid of. Flat spring. Love you too. No, I'm not working on your pen. I'm working on a monofill. This dog spring is going to be the end of me here. Aha! You hear that? Got it. Sweet. That's always the hardest thing. So I'm just starting that one screw in loose. That's the screw that the dog rides on. That's one of the fully threaded screws. And then the higher ones here go through those springs I showed you earlier, and they are the screws that have the slick portion. And so I don't like to tighten everything all the way down. I like to just start these 4 screws that go into the bridge plate and make sure that they all line up before I tighten anything all the way down. So that way you can kind of move the bridge plate around and, yep, there it goes. Heard that click. That was that eccentric in there lining up. All right, now I got all 4 of them started. You can see them through the backside. I'm going to go ahead and tighten them up. Start on the taupe shark. Started catching them beginning of April last year. Let's hope it's the same this year. Now, what kind of fish is that? I'm assuming it's some kind of a shark, especially with your name being Sharksmith. Do you eat those? Do you smoke them? Are they bait? Or are they just for fun? I'm dumb. I put this together without greasing the main gear. I just put this back together without putting any grease on that main gear. I'm dumb. I need to take it back apart. Dang it. I don't even know how many likes are on this video. I can't see it from this screen. Not that I'm doing a giveaway or it matters. Dang it, Ken. Dummy. Always screwing stuff up. All right, so I got that back out. So I can put some grease on this main gear. Dang it, Ken. Dummy. And this grease that I'm putting on the main gear will transfer over to the pinion gear. But while I'm at this point, I'm going to go ahead and stick some on the pinion gear. See, I got distracted. I don't normally do reels on live videos. I think this is the second one I've done on a live video. 9. Sweet. Thanks, Earl. Might as well put some under that eccentric too while I'm at it. But the trick is you don't want to put a whole bunch of grease in these reels. You don't want them just so full of grease that they're dumb. If that makes sense. Because if you put too much grease in them, then they get stiff and they don't run very good. Pull these screws back out. Start over. All right, so the way that I did this last time, I pushed that up and held it with my thumb. There. Then I'm back together again. For the sport, it is legal to take. Okay. Pretty good size to those. I'm assuming that if you're catching them for sport, they're probably a fairly large animal. But I'm sure you catch a whole bunch of small ones and take the wins with the losses that way. You see, when I was stationed at Cherry Point, which is the air base that's across the street here, when I was stationed there in the early 2000s, I suppose, and I started fishing out here a little bit. I did some shark fishing off of the piers in Atlantic Beach and Bogue, and I used to catch some of the sand sharks and dogfish that are out here, stingrays. Tagging them for Noah. That's cool. Can just anybody do that, or is that a special license you got to have for that to tag them? Sweet. We love the fish we catch. It's the sport of catching. The best part is watching them swim away. I do like watching fish swim away healthily. I only take fish if I'm going to eat them. And I don't take so many that I waste them. So only go to 100 pounds. Well, that's still a pretty good sized animal. I'm getting messages. Yeah, somebody's commenting on one of my videos about killing my casting distance by fishing with braid. That's fine. Do what you want, I suppose. All right, cool. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take this spool and stick it back in here. I've already lubricated the handle side bearing. Let's Just going to go ahead and stick some grease here on the end of this pinion gear. I'll start putting these screws back in the frame. 45 pounds is your best catch. That's awesome. I don't remember the last fish that I caught that wasn't a halibut that was that size. I don't think I've ever caught a lingcod that size. I have caught them up around the 30-pound range. I definitely haven't caught anything that big since I've been out here. I'm noticing that the fish here in North Carolina generally seem to be, as a rule, smaller than the ones that I left behind in Oregon. So at where you're at, is that the only fish there is to catch, or is that just what you like to fish for? Earl, are you still in here? Earl's going to tell me I'm wrong here in a minute. I'm sure it. I can smell it. So anybody can apply to it then. That's cool. Hi, Earl. Yep, I'm the boring fisherman sitting here working on a fishing reel. At least somebody's hanging out with me. You guys. And I am glad you guys are hanging out with me because, you know, it's just fun to hang out. I'm just about done putting this reel back together. All right, so now we're back together to this stage. At this time, I'm going to stick this collar back on. It's got some gunk on it from being in the bin. Stick the collar back on. And then the star washer, which I'm putting with the numbered side down. There's numbers on it. I don't know if you can see it in the light. There's numbers on it. I'm putting it numbered side down. Okay. And now for the handle. One thing that I like doing on these handles, this one spins pretty good, but it's a little dry, and it's got the little oil button on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flush it with oil using that oil button. Threshers, and I'm not even going to try to say that other one. Hard to catch. I believe it. I used to just put whole squid out here and catch the sand sharks and stuff. But I've never targeted the big sharks. I've caught a few already this year, or not this year, but last year after I moved here, of the little sand sharks, little like 12-inch sharks. And they're a pain in the butt because when they're around, fish don't bite. So I've put some oil, some of my Reel X down the oil button here, and I'm just spinning it so that oil will work around in there because this just rides on a shaft in there. There's no bearings. In case you didn't know or cared to know. Anyway, let's stick this back on there. I'll hold the handle and put some drag on it so that the handle will go all the way down and seat because it's machined. There's a seat there for it. And I'm going to put this handle nut back on. Handle nut. Here's my Penn wrench, which I'm going to use on this handle nut. I've actually got a couple of different Penn wrenches. And I think I've got a Shimano wrench somewhere. I think it's in my toolbox outside. All right. Well, I've got it up snug to where I like it, and it doesn't line up with the set screw there, or the hole for the set screw, so I'm going to back it off until it does. Just a little bit. Now that little hole lines up with the ridges on that handle nut. And then this teeny little set screw here, which also takes a flathead, goes in that hole. And because it's so short, it's kind of a pain to handle sometimes. There we go. Now that's in there. Yep. Bank Fishing Adventures. Welcome in, welcome in. You came here just in time to see me be done putting this Monofill 25 back together. So I'm going to back the drag off. At this point, you can see and hear that's loose, and that's because I have this backside backed off for reassembly. And it still knocks. You only want to adjust the bushings on these just until they're right at the stage of losing the knock. And you can feel it and hear it. This one's still got a little bit to go. But Wendy, hello. Yep, still a little bit tighter. See, there's no knock there, so I'm going to back it off just a little bit. All right, right at the stage of knock. You can't see it move on the video. You can't hear it on the video. Ooh, didn't like that. It shouldn't make noise like that. It must have a burr on it from when that mono was wrapped around it, because there was mono wrapped around the sides of the spool inside before I pulled it off and tied it off around the reel seat. Because originally, before I started this video, this thing was like this big with line. There we go. And that leather drag still works. See, I've got the drag backed all the way off now. And hold the spool, give it a little bit. And you can really feel that drag starting to work. These things only make like 6 or 8 pounds of drag. Why is it rubbing like that? Something isn't right. Anyway. Stuart, hello. Clicker works. Yeah, you know what? I think for pier fishing, I think it'll be just fine. I think when I get some line on it, on top of this Dacron backer that somebody put on it, I think it'll be just fine for pier fishing. It doesn't make a whole lot of drag. I'm probably not going to land any huge sharks or stingrays or skates or anything like that with it. But the other fish, you know, like the black drum, the sheep's head, maybe a red drum if I'm really lucky and they come and eat bait off the bottom, like the last one I caught did, then it should be just fine for that. I'll probably end up putting some 15-pound mono on top of it, even though it only makes like 7 pounds, 6-7 pounds of drag, especially with that leather drag washer set in it, which is original. Then it should be fine for that. I plan to use it pier fishing. I don't know what rod I'm going to put it on yet. I'll find a rod to put it on. I might put it on that Okuma Salilo that I've got. I have an Okuma Salilo rod. So appreciate you guys watching me go through that reel. Sorry about that. My paper towel was under the laptop. Put all this stuff back in my box. Put a box of magic over here where all my real stuff is. Yeah, Wendy, Earl has been just great about sharing links tonight. I'm glad to have him on the team here. on the team. Listen to me. What do I know? Now monetized. All right. Yeah, I'm like 2,000 hours away from becoming monetized. That's going to be difficult for me to come up with. It's going to be hard for me to stay motivated. I haven't been very motivated lately, if you guys can't tell. Kind of been in a slump. Miss home. Anyway. Bank fishing adventures. Drop some of the real grease on my seat, the old stuff. Anyway. Wonder if Modog's going to come back like he said he was going to. That's awesome, Stuart. Let's see who all's been bothering me on my phone while I've been here. I have a comment. I'm going to read it to you guys. It is on my Daiwa Samurai X spinning combo review video. And Crazy Alberto Knee says 30-pound braid that will kill your cast distance. I usually put 30-pound on my 10-foot tsunami surf cast rod for 30-pound striped bass or redfish. Oh, well, that's cool. All right. Crazy Alberto Knee, thank you for commenting. I just replied. Yep. Memberships. All right. I don't do memberships. I don't have membership. I'm not organized enough for that. And at the stage of life that I'm in right now, memberships are a parasitic draw on my income. Anyway. This thing runs so smooth. So that should be good. Should be able to drop some bait off the pier with that. Four months ago, 6.5 thousand views. Well, that ain't too bad. Hopefully your season starts up good and you have a good season this year. You have a reel that goes both directions? An old Penn? Hang on. I have one of those. I think I actually have like 3 of them. Oh. In my old box of reels over here. I'm back. So, speaking of old pens, I have a whole like milk crate full of these because I'm kind of like a half-ways collector of vintage pen reels. Anyway, this is Penn 78, and you'll notice there's no star washer there. It has a disconnect, which totally removes the handle, or it rolls either way. And I have it overfilled with Dacron because I used it to empty another reel once. But this reel does go both directions with the handle. And in its day, these were a affordable option for the pier and surf fishermen during the early days of during their early days. This was half the price of a Del Mar, maybe not half the price, maybe 3/4 of the price of a Del Mar that had drag and anti-reverse. This one has a clicker, just like all pens have a clicker. It's got a disconnect so you can turn the handle on and off, but there is no drag. It's just direct drive. So, Stuart, is this like the one that you have that goes both directions? isn't a Penn, but you can wind in with your left hand.
Boo.
Yeah, I suppose you could go with your left hand on one of these, except for that the eccentric handle would be kind of hard to operate. You can come up on my panel if you want, Stuart. I'll put the link back in.
I might have to jump down here in a few too, because the kids are just driving me crazy. But I just wanted to come up and because I told you I'd be back.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome back.
Well, thanks.
Finished it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I couldn't stay in here and watch. The kids are eating pizza right now, and they're screaming their fool heads off and yelling at each other, and they're driving me crazy. Hey, Wendy, how's it going? Welcome in.
Yeah, Wendy and Stuart are here. And
they've
Shark
been here.
Smith Angling. I didn't catch his first name, but Shark Smith is in here.
Awesome. Shark Smith Angling.
He catches sharks from somewheres. I'm at 1.24 now, according to today.
I don't know what I'm at. 1 point something.
Well, here, let me take a look. I will look. I will tell you in just a second. There.
Oh, well, all right. Oh, I have it pulled up right here too.
Let me do it.
Okay.
1.29K.
Well, I'm not going very fast, am I?
Well, you passed me up. Now you're ahead of me by 50 or so.
Mm.
I'm at like 1.24. Let me look here. Yeah, 1.24 on mine. Uh-oh, Stuart's in the basement.
I got over one and then just stopped.
Hello.
Hello there.
Right. So basically, you call them across your multipliers. It's got the star disk, as you can see. But the whole thing is, this thing's duffed, right? You can like put it into freeload, right? Now this was meant to go on a right hand going this way because you got the level wind, right? But what I've managed to do for some reason, like I say, I can sort this out with my left hand. But what I can do is basically knock off the clicker and wind it upside down.
Okay.
So
you use it on the bottom of the reel.
Pardon?
Do you have it mounted on the bottom of the rod, rather?
Basically, the rod will be going. The rod will be going like on top, so it'll basically.
Yes.
It'll be going that way. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it given to me for somebody, and I was like, okay, fine. So let's try this. So basically, I've now modified it the way that I can basically reel in with my left hand.
Oh,
because perfect. I can't reel in with my right. It just doesn't. Me being a fly fisherman, it's just hello, Queen Hess.
Hi.
Queen Hess just got home. She just walked in the door.
So you're left-handed?
I'm right. I always put the rod in my right hand because I actually broke my arm. So honestly, this is like reconstructed when I was
reeling in fish.
No,
that's how I broke mine.
I majorly broke.
You never say no. You're on a fishing channel, Stuart. You never say no. You say yes. Reeling in a giant fish.
It was my own fault. It was my own fault. Hi, Tony.
It must be made in Ireland.
It must be made in Ireland. Well, actually, I'll tell you what the name of it is, right? I'll tell. Oh man, has it got? I don't think it's got a name. It doesn't have a name.
Hey, Stuart, do you live in a swamp?
Pardon?
Do you live in a swamp?
No, Modog, no.
Do you have a friend that's a donkey?
Yeah, you.
What's my name?
I know what it is.
Modog.
No, I'm a donkey. What's my name?
Jackass.
Well,
it's donkey.
Donkey. That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
That'll do.
I just got that.
Yeah. I think I knew where he was going.
So yeah, I thought like
Earl's asking you a question.
Oh, Errol. Go on then. What's the question?
Stuart, are you teaching anyone this year?
I have.
It's not British, it's
It's
Scottish.
it's not British. It's Scottish. If you want to know British, the best person in chat is Sharksmith Anglin, who I classify as my uncle because he's got the same last name as me. And honestly, if anybody hasn't got Tony, please give him all the love by hook setting him. Would be much
Wait.
appreciated if you guys do.
Well, I'm going
His
to come
last
over
name
here.
is Angling and yours is Whisperer. It's not the same.
His real name is Sharksmith.
From
Tony
my
Smith.
chat right here, I can't do anything. I can't go to his channel or nothing. I'm gonna have to go on my phone because I don't know.
It's a phone job. But
Yeah, you have to go
Modog.
here. You have to go to your YouTube side, Ken. You have to go to the top, go to your YouTube, and
Got
then
the
do
YouTube
it
side right
on
here.
there. But on your computer, you can do it too. But you just can't do it from the StreamYard side.
Well, I am already subscribed. Thought I was.
Honestly, guys, Tony is amazing. I actually gave Tony last year
All right.
some of my homemade mackerel feathers, and the first time he used them, he caught a mackerel.
You might
He
go.
caught a mackerel on one of them that basically had a mouthful of feather. He says there was enough feather on that to do at least another 6 flies, but hey ho, I caught a fish. He caught my mackerel. So he caught more than one, but I said to him, says, well, since you now got them, he says, what you can do is just basically trim them down so they'll be like they're like sabikis.
You've been at work. You take the
I had that yesterday for dinner.
Scottish.
You put like 5 of those on a paper plate.
Absolutely.
No. Wait a minute.
You went to
Wait a
work.
minute. Listen. There's a huge difference between Modog and Modog,
Oh, dog.
right? It's Modog.
He
You know,
said
it's
it's
like-
the same. Angling and Whisperer.
No, Ted, it's not mackerel.
Tell Ted he can come up on panel if he wants. That's why I put the link in there for him.
Hello, Sam.
He eats herring out of a can.
Yeah.
I eat mackerel out of a tin.
You need to send me some canned mackerel then.
Kippert's, yes.
Oh,
Kippert's
do you want
next.
Do you want this in tomato
Kipper's
sauce? Because honestly, it's gorgeous in tomato sauce.
Don't mind the faces. I'm.
Queen Hess, it doesn't matter. You still look good.
V8, hello. Welcome in. I have to like creep on Hester to see the chat now.
So how are you, Tim? Don't mind me asking.
Oh, well, I don't know, actually, to tell you the
You're
truth.
welcome,
I had a guy come over to the house today, and
Oh,
he was picking up some old metal stuff that I had laying around in an old freezer, and I shook his hand, and now I'm sick as a dog. So I don't know if he had COVID or something, but I'm not feeling too good.
yeah,
Don't
your
look well.
face looks a
don't.
little puffy.
Yeah. I am have been also going spending a lot of time checking the water in the toilet, making sure it's in there.
Oops.
Yeah. So I don't know, but ever since 3:00 this afternoon, I have been feeling pretty bad, but I felt great all day until now. So thank you for asking. I think that Sam, Mr. V8 Velocity, might be mad at me because I went back and checked, and I have not seen a hello Modog from him at all. But yet he said hi to everybody else. I'm gonna have to take his decal off the wall.
Well, Modog, I mean, come on. That might be a bit.
Did I eat Chinese food? No, I haven't.
I actually gave I was actually across on another channel
Okay.
before coming here.
My Pepsi.
I was on Jeff Beale's live, along with Anything Is Possible. He was also on there. So was Bullock.
That's normal.
So many feathers when I cast out, they flew off. Yes, Tony, yes, it did happen. But yeah, basically on my end, that was my fault. It was too many feather. But I was on Jeff Beale's live, and we were talking about a whole heap of subjects, and one of the things was water. A lot of it. A lot of water
What was it?
in fishing.
What did you say?
Well, a lot of water.
Oh, now you say the T.
Oh, water. What across here? It's called
Water.
water. It's
Oh,
called water. It's water. Water across here.
I like giving you hell.
But yeah, I'll give you guys a laugh who don't know about Modog, right? I'm gonna. Do you mind if I say this, Tim? You mind if I say this?
I don't
I'm
know.
just
It
gonna
depends
say-
on if you're going to tell everybody that I like to throw my baits
We
off my
got
line.
jigs yesterday.
Got your jigs, yeah.
Thank you very much, Sam. Perfect. I was wondering.
Now my heart's getting broke
That's
right here.
that's,
Come on,
that's
dude.
V8s. That's our Beyond the Hooks thing. I gave Beyond the
What's that?
Hook. Yeah, that's basically Missy.
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze.
Now, people, the thing with Modog, he came into my live chat one night,
This one.
and yeah,
Just
and
one?
he came into my live one night, and I sent my friends request on Facebook just before I went live, and then he came in, and I was like, "Oh, hello, Tim," and I swear that he's like,
Oh yeah,
like-
you told us that.
he's like,
Yeah, when you
"What
called me
the
by my
hell?"
name.
He's just
Yeah.
like,
What the heck?
I'm kind of glad he didn't have any liquids in his mouth because
So
it would
that
have
would
been
have been like
so that would have basically been everywhere. But
yes.
yeah, he's like Crystal's his wife is like, what did you just say? And it's like to rewind it. It's like really. It's like I've never been called that before in anybody's live, and I went, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend or did I say something wrong?" I went, "No, I just never heard my name being mentioned like that." Well, it was funny. It was
I know,
funny.
I don't even call him Tim.
No. The only person that's ever really called me Tim is Chillin' Indiana Carl. He calls everybody by their first name. He doesn't use channel names, but
Hopefully
yeah,
that was
yeah,
the
it's kind of weird.
Mm-mm.
I haven't
I
heard
mean,
my
I
name
think it's-
called. Nobody says my name for like, I don't know, 15, 20 years now. I've either been Mo Dog or Sergeant Morris.
So that's that tin that my neighbor gave me, the one who works at the landfill.
I'll get in touch.
Well, I have Tim on here.
Jerk.
Is this the
Yeah, that's
thing
a
you were
nice-
telling me about?
Yeah, that's a nice walking bait right there.
That's what that is
Yeah,
with the derpy looking eyeballs on it.
yeah, that's a good looking walking bait.
We call them rapalas across here.
Where's that? I like that one.
So that makes this the same. Ouch! That makes this the same thing.
Yeah, yep.
I think he
There were
might.
some in
made-
there for you,
Are those
Sam.
made by River to Sea?
I had no idea.
they say catch 2000 on them.
Oh no, Sam. I gave you a few moments after I typed out in caps, "Hello, Sam," and I even said
Well-
when you came in and said hi to everybody else, hi, and you didn't
This
say
one
anything
is-
to me. So I'm
this
not
one's
saying
a-
hi to you anymore. That a
This
popper?
It's by 3D Minnow, and it's got a little.
Oh no, that's a jerk bait.
That's what I
So
thought.
that's
So I got a handful of those, and a handful of those other ones.
Yeah, I think calling people by their first name is a more of a respectful thing. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're
Until
new
you're
to
on
YouTube,
here, then it's not. Then it's not. Those are awesome. Those are good for throwing into I don't know. Does that have no hooks on it?
No, some
No,
of them
no,
don't
no.
have hooks, but it has the rings to put hooks on. Some of
Did you
these
just
don't have
bend
hooks.
that thing in half?
yeah, it's rubber.
Yeah, that's why I was
Hold
showing
on.
you.
Let me.
It's-
I got to go back up here. I looked at everything that was written. Here, look, watch. Up here. Sorry, I'm arguing right now. Ted, hey buddy.
that's inside,
Wendy.
like on the reflective.
Hey Reef, hey buddy. Stuart, hey Ken. And then no. I don't think so. Nope. All the way. Nope. Look how far I am. I'm all the way up here where Fishing the Mid-South said. Notice how Earl tries to make it seem like Bish is used so often. That's how far up I am. And no, you didn't say hi to me.
Yeah, the first one I see is, "Hey, Ken." and then Stuart,
Just saying.
and then Earl, and then Wendy.
My heart is broke, Sam. You're broke. You're breaking. You broke my heart.
So how do
Look,
I fish
and
this?
I even put your wife. I even put your wife right next to you on the board. That's how much I like you. I'm just saying.
Sam, just say hello, please.
I'm crying. No,
He-
I'm just messing. I'm just messing.
So yeah,
Hi, Pete.
pretty much.
How do I fish
Yeah, I
this?
like those. Those are awesome, man.
How do I fish it?
You throw it out and you. I can't show you on here. You'll have to go look at one of my videos where I'm using a walking bait.
Walking bait.
Walking bait. Okay. I can do that.
You throw it out and you tighten your line and you get a little slat and then you just reel it while you're. That's it.
Okay.
And it'll walk back and forth. And you can go real fast and make it walk back and forth, or you can go real slow and make it walk way over here and then come back and then.
So it's that one that kind of does like this in the water,
Yep, sure does.
and it's on the top.
Can I make a suggestion? So basically, you've got like a rod tip here, right?
Listen, Sam, I'm not arguing with you, buddy. I love you to death, but it is not up there. I looked. She looked.
I did, Pete.
If Tim thinks that I'm doing this wrong, then Tim can explain. But this here's a rod tip, right? Yes, it's a rod tip, right? So either now this is from a boat rod, by the way, right?
I love it.
I'm just trying to use this as an example. So either when you chuck it out, so you go, so when it hits the water, and you just basically like either pull the whole thing back, so you flick the tip of your rod, and then basically, if you tie, now I'm going to show you a trick here. Now this is for you also, Tim, right? Nothing to do with the rod. Nothing to do with the rod. I'm going to show you something. Now, say for instance, now Tim's going on about basically how baits wibble and wobble. I'm going to show you. Now, this is something completely different. Yes, I know, but it's like a walking bait, right? So,
Right.
I know that basically the eye of this thing is at the top of its head. Now, there is the perfect knot, right? I'm going to show, right? I know it might look dark, but just trust me. If you guys can see this, this here is red line, right? So I'll take off just enough to make a knot, and I'm going to show you. Now, Tim, trust me, this works. Give me that. Right now, what I do now, this is for any person that does lure fishing. Right. So what I do, hold your line, make an overhand knot, so you get like a loop.
And that overhand knot is without the lure attached.
Yes, this is without the lure attached, right? So what I do then is you grab a hold L lure, and this here goes through the eye of whatever you're going to be using. I mainly do this for trout fishing, so just bear with. What I do is you get your tag end, twist above the loop that you've done, and then what you do is you put tag end through the loop that you made an overhand knot with, then come back over itself.
Hi, guys.
And then basically you put it back through the loop that you tied originally. And then what you do is you get your tag end and you pull it tight so you can have a thing that looks like this. So then you just basically moisten it. I'm not going to bother because I'm just showing this example. Now that there is what you call a rapala knot. So it looks like a hangman's noose. So this bait is now can go either direction.
Oh, awesome.
And plus, it gives a lot more action to your bait. It does it with flies, it does it with this. So just a suggestion from me to you guys.
Appreciate that. I'll try that tomorrow if I use one of those.
So, there you go, Tim. Something for you.
Great, looks like
Hello, Skip.
the ocean.
Hi, Terry. You can take me off basically.
I was working on it, Mike.
All right, I'm back. So, what did you want to show? What?
Oh, dog.
What was you? Oh, I
Right.
was you doing? Did you do something? I'm sorry. What happened?
Right. What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just
he's kidding. He saw it.
just kidding.
He's playing you, man. He's playing you.
I was sitting here the whole time. I saw your Hangman's Noose. I saw it.
Well, honestly, believe it or not, I mean, this is without it being clipped, right? So basically, there's
I saw
the
that. Did that come today?
there's the actual knot of it. So you just basically got one massive loop. But that's how it's worked. That's how it works.
Week.
It has. I've been working. I haven't had time to do mail call.
And so what that knot does is it lets the lure move freely without.
A loop.
That
knot, yeah,
Pretty
wow.
much, yes.
I like it.
Yes.
So I'm doing the mail call while you're on here.
Okay.
Put the name of
So you can just wait for another 3-4 days and wait till you get this jar and these other decals that you guys seem to like stock up on.
Yeah, well, we like our cups from Modog.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many of you guys got for me now?
2, 3.
Well,
if we
that'll
got
be
them
the
singing.
same.
Yep.
I got that one.
Again.
Yeah.
We like those
Okay,
stickers.
Skip.
That one.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I remember this
We gotta
pack I
get some
sent you.
more.
And I don't know who this guy is.
I don't either. That guy's nuts.
I
right
don't
there.
know who that is.
Is there?
Yeah,
Nobody likes that guy.
Missing in action.
I love
oh,
that
it's
guy.
B8.
We
Don't know
all
who
love
that
that
is
guy. He's
I
awesome.
love this guy.
And
Don't know who
then
that is either.
Reef
Yeah.
Robert.
We've got the copycat
he's with
himself right
crabs.
there.
He's got crabs.
and then Dink.
All right, bye, John.
Dink-
Thanks for
Think
coming
over
in.
thing.
And Goose.
I have
There
that
you
one
go.
on my thermos.
And Thurman.
Thurman outdoor
Nice.
thing.
And then Carl.
Is that one of the big ones?
Maybe.
It is this size.
Yeah, that's one of the
He's
big
big.
Okay. And then another Thurman.
Thurman outdoors.
I like that one.
And then
I really like that one.
There you go. You better put
Don't
that
know
on
who
the
that
water
is.
bottle.
and that one.
Oh, that's the new Hitch by Hitch.
And wait.
But wait, there's more.
Is that Stone Daddy?
Look what Ken and Hope got me.
Nah.
More.
Toy
Oh,
you
Star
have.
Wars. Oh,
Daddy?
Yoda you got.
She loves that little guy.
What?
So I was in the Dollar General
This is so.
like a week or
It's
so ago.
them. We're talking to them.
Right
Watch.
here, babe.
When they put us back on there, watch. They're
Yeah.
gonna see you and go crazy. Watch.
Come way over here.
Where? I don't see them.
Over here.
There they are. So I was in the Dollar General the other day with Hope. We were getting some snacks and some stuff for her to take to school, and I found these plates,
Nice.
and I immediately thought Hester has to have that.
Baby Yoda.
Yep.
Yoda.
And for $1.99 for a stack of those paper plates, I couldn't not do it.
Would you go?
Look, I told you.
Hi, sweetheart.
hello.
Hey, you.
Hello, Mopop.
Hello.
We're
Hello,
going
Mopop.
here.
The other one's right here beside me.
Hi, pretty girl. Hi.
Hello.
Love it.
Mopop senior-ish.
Yeah, man, that looks really bad today.
Oh.
Ouch.
It's just this weather that comes in. We got her
Yeah.
going to get the antibiotics. The 26th, we get to go to the doctor, but it's just this dry weather, and then like right when it goes to from fall to winter, man, it just hits so hard. And when it goes like it is now into spring, it just I think she might be allergic to the pollen, but
Yeah.
I know that the weather change that we're having, where we're starting to get warming back up now. I know that a lot of the kids are having a bunch of nosebleeds.
yeah, but this happens every
Henry.
time. I mean, and then she's 4, so she digs on it and scratches and itches, and but that's okay.
Pollen.
That's okay. We're used
Yeah,
to it.
it's okay. You understand?
Oh,
The only one that has great complexion in our family is that one.
That one.
Great complexion. Nothing ever happens with her. Just this one, Jaden, me
Perfect
sometimes.
What?
Perfect skin.
Perfect.
Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Everybody over here saying hi to you too.
hey, Mo puppies.
Hello, pup.
Your little mo pup.
Hi, Terry.
Say hi, Hess.
Hi.
That's Queen Hess right here. You know Ken.
Oh, it's a Rapala knot. Okay.
Did you sit on Ken's
That's what it's
Bike?
called. It's called a Palanot.
on his motorcycle in the driveway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to find that picture on my phone? I will.
Oh, I show it to her all the time.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
Back when she had impetigo.
yeah.
I just have to scroll like I'm doing the Wheel of Fortune to get back that far now.
It said a few of
That was my bike before it got wrecked.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's wreck pictures. I need to keep going further down. Texas vintage
Here's
motorcycle.
something
Bulldog.
nice.
Random fishing 26. What's his one's name? What's your original OG?
Hunter.
Is it? All right.
Hunter.
There it is.
Hunter Mo Pup. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, random fishing is Hunter.
He came in a chat one time, and I was in there, and it says, "Hello, the OG Mo Pup."
Daddy and
No.
Yeah.
him.
No, she doesn't get off until later.
So yeah,
I
that's,
don't even see that in chat.
Sam said to go watch his last short. Oh, dog.
All right.
mhm.
I'll have to go watch his last short. Hold on.
I don't know how to share that on my screen.
Oh, dog, I sent some of your stickers to Stuart.
You're on StreamYard, right?
Yeah, but I'm not very good at it.
So down here at the bottom, so right at the bottom of the screen, you'll see where everybody comes up. There's little windows on there where you can make these screens do the 3 thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right underneath that, it says present.
Present.
Push
Okay.
present, and then it says share screen. I can do it too because I'm on your panel. But it
Okay.
says you push present, then you push share screen. But you have to, before you do that, go up to the top of your screen,
Okay.
go to your YouTube,
Hester's doing it. That's the
go
plus.
to
Plus,
V8
okay.
velocity.
Right there. Just hit enter.
Can you guys still hear me and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Go to V8 velocity, and for some reason it doesn't come up like it's supposed to on mine.
Okay, I cannot see anything on the
Yeah,
StreamYard
you
side
can't.
now.
Right.
8.
I don't know why it's not coming up on here. I have them pulled up.
Velocity. Showing me a bunch of airplane videos.
We'll go to
Yeah, that's for some reason it's not coming up on mine either when I do that.
Wait, airplane
Um,
video?
Maybe go down there.
You know,
yeah.
So
on
go to a
chat.
video that has him, then hit his name, and it'll take you to his channel. So, and then you go to share screen, and it'll pop up a little thing, and it'll say V8 velocity.
I didn't even
And-
see that. In
I'm
that
trying.
comment in
I'm going to
chat.
put it up, but I'm going to take it down here in just a second. So there it is.
Oh,
What
hold
is
on.
it? Scroll. It's right here.
I didn't even see that
Working on
one in chat.
I will stand. Can I say something on Sam's behalf, please?
Sure, see what you need to.
And then shorts.
Now,
Shorts.
what
I didn't even see that
Oh,
comment in
what-
chat.
all together.
this is something that
Is that it?
everybody's got to try and learn
No.
about this, right? Because it's happened to me. If you put a comment up on the YouTube chat, right? So you go through all the chat. It's happened with me recently. Wendy's a witness to this. I put something up in a chat and it didn't register. And then Wendy's like, "Where's your comment?" It says, "Well, it's sitting here on my phone." And then Wendy put a comment up and it didn't register either. But mine's did.
Go on.
It's like a glitch. So Modog, please on Sam's behalf, he did say hi, but wasn't registered in chat.
Although
No.
he can see it
Even
there.
though he can see it on his end,
Show him that.
because this is the
Careful,
chat.
you'll end up getting blinded. Do not touch the
Nope.
biscuit.
I'll never believe it.
Where
I
There
don't
goes
see where you're
V
going.
velocity, Modog.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It's there,
That's
Yeah,
Where?
it's there
I don't
on
see it.
that.
but
I
it's
don't see it in chat.
I can't
right.
see what you're pointing at.
You go in shorts.
is it happening? Is it going the right way?
There it is, right there, and then at the very bottom. So then you can go down right underneath us again, where your little windows are, where you can make these or go to the other side where it just shows that. No, don't do that. Go back to where you were.
Okay.
So that?
This one? Is it this
No,
one?
no. Get off of this screen.
Dang it. Back here.
There you go. Go there.
Do I go?
No, because you're not even on it anymore. You're on your computer screen. You need to go back up to V8 velocity. Go to share.
Like,
present.
what can you see? Like, what is this? No.
Oh, God. Looking through a time warp.
No.
All right, right.
Oh
No,
my
get
God.
off of that. You're not sharing that screen. That's not what you're wanting to share.
Well,
And
All right.
you're sharing the stream. Okay, I see what he means.
so I remove that.
So you go listen to me instead of pushing buttons. Listen.
Up there.
Listening.
Push present.
We
All
did.
messages.
Present.
Share
Press it.
screen.
Share screen.
Share
Then you
screen.
go up on that little thing that comes up and you go to V8 velocity on YouTube.
It's this one.
Still not
Why
there.
isn't it working?
Click.
And then it'll say share. And
There
that's
it
what
is.
you-
Share.
Is it working now?
that
There you go.
that would be, I guess, is that the short that he just put up there? Oh,
That's the shot you just put up.
he
All right,
pointed
I'll
at
make
it and
sure.
everything.
That fish caught out of Mallard Lake in the northeastern portion of, because this one gets pretty painful. Our story takes place in Arkansas, where in 1976, Aaron Mardis.
All right, I'm not doing that. Okay. Did we get it? Has the
Yeah.
point been proven?
That's
No,
the reason.
It's not, because I went to the YouTube side and I looked. It's not on there.
Yeah, well, this is the problem, though. This is why I explained.
No.
It's happened with me. It's
No.
happened with Wendy.
I mean, it may have happened, but I'm not going to believe it.
Well, Mo Dog, you ignore stuff that I say to you in chat all the time.
That's where it should have
No,
been.
I don't ever ignore it. I just don't get to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam.
Well,
I miss Joan.
oh, Miss
Hello,
Joan.
everybody in
Joan's
chat
in-
that I can't read.
Okay,
from this
point
angle.
proven. Got it. Point proven. Got it.
Joan's actually staying with us, guys. Joan's here.
Jones there.
She's
Hi,
in
Miss
the
Joan.
she's in the lounge.
Oh, okay. Is it this one or that one?
Hold on. For what? What are you trying to do?
To get it.
Seago!
What? Hi, Dale.
Hello. Hi, Dale.
I had to go back and rewatch the beginning of Bill's Live when he introduced why it's Seago, and
Never
everything makes a lot more
convinced
sense.
them,
when I went to rewatch it.
I see.
Here, I'm gonna go here, like this.
Look, I taught him something, and now he's playing.
Yeah, look at that.
But now you've got to make sure you share it before. Like if you're doing the screen and you want to share it, don't sit there and watch it like sometimes I do and go, "Oh, that's pretty awesome video," and then everybody's sitting here doing this right here.
Basically, I'm just watching.
Yeah.
I'm watching Moldog.
And then
sitting there
you
watching
don't
a video.
realize that you're on screen and you're over here going like this. You're like, "Oh, that's a good one." And then everybody's like, we can see you, but you can't see what they're saying because you're over on YouTube side.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come back and you realize that your face is on screen and that you just picked your nose. I'm just saying, don't do that. It's not fun.
So if I do this, now can you see it?
I mean, I
Yeah.
saw it before, Ken.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if I did it right.
No, you did it right. I saw it. I saw what he said.
But some
You guys are
chats
way
don't
better
go
at
through
StreamYard.
on. Some chats
just
don't
think
go
about
through
it.
on the chat.
I just had that guy go and make a whole short and put it on YouTube just because I said I couldn't see him say hi to me.
I didn't.
What are you doing?
Wendy and I didn't see either, so you're not the only one.
I didn't see it.
As
It's
I
not
say,
in there
some
on the-
comments will go in chat, but they will not be there to stick. Don't know why. So just be wary of that.
Unless you have, wait, do I even have it on? Maybe I don't have all chat on. No, I have live chat.
It's even in there, Tim. Honestly, I'm not gonna joke around with you. I'm gonna be deadly serious. Wendy even went on all chat and it's not there. It's
That's
a
crazy.
glitch that YouTube have got.
See, they can't find it either.
It's a glitch that YouTube was that basically some comments will not go through on chat, and I don't know why.
And then below this one, we'll say Timothy or Tim Dog or something like that. Right after this one. There it goes.
There you go, Tim Dog.
Just wanted to make sure you've seen it. Was I making you feel
I
bad?
thought- that's
Sam, I'm
another
sorry.
name I
I
called.
wasn't trying to make you feel
Are
bad.
you gonna take that off?
Actually,
Better than some
Here-
things you can do. Yeah, I know. Stand up, stretch your legs, scratch your belly,
Yeah.
he-
and
here's
then
the
come
thing,
back on and
though.
go, oh my God, I wasn't over there.
Here's the thing for you, Mo Dog. You are the bass whisperer.
No, I'm not. I'm just a bass
Yes,
fisherman.
No, you're a bass whisperer.
Stop.
No.
You are a bass whisperer. In fact,
just like
I can go one better. I can go one better. He is a cat fisherman that uses bass baits to catch them. He's a cat fisherman that uses bass baits to catch catfish.
Yeah.
Talking about Dell. We're talking about Seago using bass lures to catch catfish. Oh, that reminds me.
He said that happened in the 1K giveaway where the chat was in there and nobody could see it. He won a lot and nobody could see it. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, it did.
Oh, talking about something that you just mentioned there, Mo Dog. I don't know if you guys would use any of these, but this is just a sample pack, right? This is just for one of my giveaways. There's 2 giveaway bundles in here. These are fake sweet corn. So we've got one for
Oh,
this side,
awesome. You
and
made
got
the
one for this side. So there's
Really?
10 colors on each side, right? There's 10 colors that I've mixed up. Basically, I've got everything out. So there's basically 5 different colors. So you got orange, pink, yellow,
That is
green, and
pretty.
red. And they get 10 of each. So basically, there's 2 giveaway bundles in this.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Is that one of the spinners you got from Walmart?
Yeah, when I tried to video call you the other day.
Listen. It came up. Why is your video call email VAL?
Because my email is valcodrive@gmail.
Right. Okay, so it's Valco. Okay.
Yes, Falco, like the boat.
Nice. I got it now. I
Ken.
understand. I got it.
Ken,
I'm tracking.
is
Oh,
that a spinner bait?
I was gonna
Yes,
ask,
it is.
did everybody eat pie yesterday?
Humble
Yesterday
pie.
was pie day. Don't tell us we're the only ones that ate pie.
I
Was
had
that-
a pie.
You did?
Sweet.
It wasn't sweet
I had a
pie.
pie. I had a pie.
Why were we supposed to eat pie?
It was pie day.
What was
Yesterday was
pie
pie
day?
day. Huh?
Yesterday it was 3.
Oh, I got
One
a Scotch pie
3:14. Yesterday was pie day.
Oh, pie day.
for lunch.
No, I didn't eat pie.
Eggs. You told me I could have
Dale,
lunch.
is this music to
Spinner
your
right
ears,
there. That's
Cal?
going. Yeah,
Well, I
Dale's
don't
going
know.
crazy. Probably trying to
Right
climb
here.
through there. Through the screen. Watch out. You might catch a catfish just swinging that around like that.
I might. She's right here.
What a cat.
I can just see the claws coming through. The side.
I'll get it later
Call
when
me-
I'm off camera.
Right.
Oh, hey, listen, I was getting tortured by avid fishermen.
Yeah.
And basically, him and Wendy had an amazing conversation this morning. And I was like, you know what? No.
Here's the last one of the spinner baits. I didn't buy anything to put on them. I figured I might be able to find something in my tackle box if I decide to put something on them.
He said, what was that I heard? Did somebody try to get my attention? You were shaking this. That's funny.
Now, Ken, do me a favor. When you use them, make sure that you use a knot, right? And keep checking that knot, because you don't want to do what this one here called Modog loves to do,
My knots
and
never
Right,
break.
you know.
and
So-
cast them off.
You
Yeah,
like
my knots don't break.
tie them here, right? And you
I've
wanna
never
tie it
broken
straight,
off.
straight on so that it doesn't like slide.
My line
You
breaks
cast
before my
them
knots
off.
do, if that tells you anything.
And then I went ahead and got some of these to complement the ones from Rock Creek. For like $1.12, I wasn't gonna not buy these. You know what I mean? Because
Wiggly squiggly tails.
yeah,
Mhm.
rigged twirl tails by Cream, and then I got these. Try and get the glare off them.
Power bait.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try some of that tomorrow.
I'd get a snorkel. I'd go find any lures, Tim. Honestly, I'd go find any lures. Get a snorkel. They're too expensive to lose.
Oh, I can-
Chester's over here eating pie,
I don't. It doesn't. Yeah, humble. There's some pie.
and she's eating it like pizza, like she's not using a fork. Because why not?
Hey Joe, what's going on, buddy?
Carney
Hello,
man.
everybody that I've missed.
Hello, welcome in.
Joe.
Welcome to the chat.
Joe Carneyman.
Oh man.
You know, I don't know what to do with these, but I'm going to try. I'm going to tie them onto my 6-pound test and my little light action, and I'm going to throw them. And I'm probably going to break that ugly stick. Let me grab that ugly stick.
By the way, I did something last night.
Oh,
I did something last night. And I've got evidence to prove it. It happened on a live. If anybody doesn't believe me, then tough. But this here, I'm going to show. I took off my little bit of my ponytail.
Oh,
And I'll tell you the story behind it. There's a
Yeah,
story
you
behind it.
definitely
and
don't want to
explain-
throw those on 6-pound test, Ken.
oh. Well, then I'll throw them on the other rod that has 10.
10's still too low. 10 will work.
10's going to work.
Yeah, it's going to have
If
to.
I-
evidently.
If I can bank like a dozen chum salmon on 10-pound line, there ain't no bass in the world going to break 10-pound line on that.
Well, it's not the bass. It's just the action you'll get off of the spinner bait.
Really?
Yeah.
They pull hard?
I mean, I'm not. You'll have to ask Dale. I'm not a spinnerbait thrower. I don't throw those.
Well, I keep inviting Dell to join us on the panel, but he's not taking the hint. Because Dell is the spinnerbait like master of the world. So
Yeah, but
because he catches
but if
all
you
the
have if
stuff
you
on
get
it.
Dale up here, I'm gonna have to leave because I don't want to catch that catfish fever he's got.
too late.
I caught that catfish fever the last time I went fishing with him, and I caught a catfish
I know.
the next day.
Saw that.
So I don't.
and it was like
I'm trying to
3.5
stay
or
away from-
something, wasn't it?
I was just saying that basically there's a new style of catfishing using bass lures.
I mean, it's just one of those things where if you fish with Dale,
You have to fish with Dell, you'll catch
the next
catfish.
day you're going to end up catching a catfish. It happens every time.
Queen Hess here
Wouldn't complain at all if I brought home a couple of catfish tomorrow. Like I was this close. If
Deep
it
fry
wasn't
them.
about understanding the legalities to setting up to
Some
go ahead
beer
and go
bar.
do some inlines.
Yeah.
Homemade beer batter. Basically cut up bits of catfish. Put them in beer batter. Put them
Oh,
in
you're
deep fryer. Got to be beer batter. Love beer batter fish.
Yeah, beer battered fish is great. But I got some at a restaurant one time that wasn't great. And it was like I was eating a soggy pancake with fish in the middle.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Joe said, ouch.
Hello,
Uh-oh.
hello.
Oh, gotta go.
All right, you only get me for a
Gotta
few
go.
minutes.
Hold
As
on,
soon
let
as
me
my
get-
son gets
get
here,
me
I'm
out of
going to
here.
jump off.
Well, that's fine. Dale, did I get the
Oh,
right
Dale.
stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah, those are good. I told him to get those.
yeah. That
Yeah,
I would get. That's a weird color, but I would get it.
They were $1.
That's
each.
There
why
you
I
go.
wanted to get 'em.
I would stock up.
Mhm.
Hey, I even told him to buy a couple of those chatterbaits that are only $5 a piece and just try them out. You never
Well,
know.
Why spend $5
Yeah.
on one lure when you can buy 5 lures for the same price?
Well, because he can catch fish on the chatterbait. I was with you when you were throwing a spinnerbait, and have I ever seen you catch a fish other than a catfish on a spinnerbait?
No,
me-
because they
Wait,
they
hold on,
don't-
I'm thinking. Hold on, I'm thinking. Wait, the last time you caught a bass with me, when you caught a bass and you outfished me, did you catch any of them on a spinnerbait?
No.
No. What? Wait, hold on. I seem to remember you had something red tied on to your line when you caught that last bass that day. What was it?
I caught 3 bass on 3 different lures that day.
But what was the last one that you were throwing?
A chatterbait. But
Hang on.
But what about that time that you and I went and I was using the exact same chatterbait with a different colored blade right next to you and caught nothing?
You mean when I was throwing it right next to your boat and caught 3, and then
Yeah.
I mean,
And I caught absolutely nothing.
but you were fishing there like 10 minutes before me.
Yeah.
I think it was the blade, maybe. I think it
Yeah.
was.
But
But I didn't have another black one to give you.
that's fine.
Next time we'll go someplace else.
The
and I
only
will-
reason I switched to it is because you caught like 5.
I caught 9 that day.
Yeah, well, I
And
didn't
I'll
switch
get
till
you
you
with the
caught
left
5.
stuff.
Well, I caught 9 and 1 7-pounder.
What I should have done is tied on a black spinnerbait and then used that.
Is that the left hook that's on the bait?
But I mean,
I'm asking a
in his
question. I
defense-
just saw a comment.
in his
I'm asking a
defense, he hates
question.
throwing a
I saw a
chatterbait.
comment.
I was
Oh,
just
my
trying
son's
to
here.
prove.
I gotta go.
Bye.
I just saw his taillights. Bye.
All right, have a good one, Dale.
I just saw a comment, right, that came up on the screen and says that was it Mo Dog hits him with a left hook. Is that the left hook that's on the bait?
No, it's a punch.
I was trying. I know that, but I was trying to think of something that would have been along with what it was like a left hook. Was it the one that's
Oh,
on the bait?
right.
Yes. Oh man.
Wait, listen. Okay. Listen, Stuart tried to get me to put this out. He tried to get me to do 3 yesterday, which goes with over at Catch Lake number 3. And then if I would have had to have done that, then Dale's video, I call it Dale's video because I feel bad about it. But the video with me fishing out with Dale would have been out today, but it's not happening. So you guys get to wait till Monday.
The date is the 16th.
Wait till Monday,
No, it's not.
and you will get to see what I'm talking about.
Yes, it is.
I threw my lure in a spot
Yeah.
where Dale was sitting.
Today
He
is
was sitting
Friday,
there for
March
10
15th.
minutes fishing.
Well,
And
that's
I went
right.
over
That's right.
there and sat and threw at his boat. Matter of fact, I threw like
3 in the
fell
morning
2
this time,
feet
isn't it?
from his boat, and I caught a fish
The date is the 16th.
3 times.
Yes. Yeah, you're in tomorrow.
Isn't it
I'm
like
in your
3 a.m.?
tomorrow, and you're in
So
my
you still have
yesterday.
to wait till Monday, though.
Hey, what's the winning numbers?
I'll give you.
I
I'll
wish
give you
that
the numbers.
would work. That would be funny.
1, 7, 10,
No,
14.
that's not it. That's not it.
How many numbers do you guys get to pick on the lottery? 5. 1, 7, 15, 25, 32.
That is not it. You missed a very important number in there.
26.
26.
Well, you could also say 28 is my birthday, so yeah, I mean,
That one right there. That one right there is smart. Yeah, that one. That one right there is smart.
She's the brains of the bunch.
I mean, I barely even got it out of my mouth. I said, "You're missing a very important nut." She was already like 26.
I was thinking.
here's one for you guys. Here's one for you. Rustic Outdoors was doing it was just a little bit of fun. It was on his live, and he's like, "Oh, go ahead, pick a number." I was the first one in chat, and I picked 32, and he went, "Stuart, how did you know that?" That was the first comment in chat. Boom, 32.
Are you a cheater?
And I was like, "No
Well, that's because you
way."
said tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's right. That's where I was going with that. Because he's
Everything's old news to Stuart.
That's why you don't ask him serious questions when you see him, online, because he can always just go back and look and like, oh, I know the answer to that because that happened already.
Yep. Well, I can tell you that the weather yesterday, Stuart, was pretty good.
So, Modog,
No.
today is the 16th.
Okay.
So, when I said to you, it was only going to be one day
Okay.
out.
What are you doing?
Trying to knock
Could have done one day.
But I'm not doing it.
Oh, hello.
Well,
What's this?
here, I will tell you again. Look, I'm looking at it right now, and that video is coming out. Oh, yeah. On your today, but it'll be my today. It'll be my today. Tomorrow.
It'll be your tomorrow, but my today.
Your today, my tomorrow.
Yes.
It'll be out. But hey, I've got a question for you, Stuart. Are you a
Go on,
member?
then. Yes, I am.
So you've already seen it.
I have seen it, but it was
Okay.
to give something back to.
I did. I gave them a video of me talking about
Yep.
chatterbaits.
But here's the thing. You did something like this before when I said play a video, and you said what one, and you did it a day before it was released. That's why I
because I
asked
really
you.
wanted to show that video.
Yeah.
I mean, I really wanted to show that one.
I mean, I tell you something, Modog. I can sit and have a laugh with you, and I love it when we have a conversation. I really do. And I
Look at me
honestly,
sitting like this. You guys see this? This is my forceful. I'm trying to force this on you.
you're not forcing anything on me, Tim. But you are one of the most sincere guys that I've actually met on YouTube.
Well, I try, and thank you. Except for when somebody doesn't say hello to me in chat, then it kind of.
Yeah, old Bulldog
And the
is a
power.
pretty cool guy.
And the power that I have
On
to
the
make
road.
said person, I'm not going to say any names, Sam, to go and make a short to send out to the world about me not believing that he said hello to me.
Octopus
Poor
red.
Sam.
That shows up in the phones. It doesn't show up on the
I know.
laptop.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird? I don't understand it, but I mean, I probably
Octopus
could have
red
just
waving.
gone over.
It just looks.
I've got a very good question, actually.
Go back and
What?
chat.
And this is
Okay.
no. This is serious. What kind of fishing rods have you got beside you, Tim?
Yeah, that's what
What
it
kind
shows
of what
you.
now?
What kind of fishing rods have you got beside you? The red and the black one.
What kind do I have? They're both Zebco.
Yeah.
They're both lose reels. One of them's been sitting here for 2 years.
I know.
Been sitting here for 2 years. Look at all the yuck on it. It's sitting here so long. It's got nasty on it.
Is that mine?
It's the
But
only
this
ground.
is a 7'2"
I never got rid of the other two.
I know.
LZR Pro from Speed Stick from Lose
I have like
combination.
No,
I
this-
broke it, so Crystal bought me another one.
so yeah.
And this here is the LZR
But
SG1
they look like that.
stick
Yeah,
right
what's the
here
numbers on
from Lose.
It's on the back.
This is a $160 rod, and that reel right there is the reel that I won from Off the Hook Outdoors when I did my flip flog frog.
Flip flop, bed.
But they're all brand. They're both brand new, never been
Flip
used.
flop frog.
The
You
flip
guys-
flop frog. Yeah.
Read that.
And
What's
seeing as how everybody wants
There it
to be. Oh, there you go. He said, "Read." Put your face on
Line
big
6
screen.
to
I can't
12.
see what that says on little screen.
right? So
6
it's
to
a line
12.
6 to 12, lure 1 to 6, quarter inch.
16th or a quarter ounce.
Yeah, and it's 9 foot, and it's like a, I don't know. It's really noodly. It's really soft.
It is.
Yeah. It's probably
This-
a
this
medium. Is that a?
This is that rod I was
Medium?
telling you about earlier that I used to use for chum salmon, and they're anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds. It's got 10-pound mono on it. You can't even see on my camera.
Probably has good backbone on the bottom end though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the thing folds over, and I mean, when it's put together, you can almost touch the tip to the butt of the rod.
So it's a whip.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a whip. It'll take that. It'll take this quarter ounce power bait that's on there, and it will fling it clear to oblivion and empty that reel.
Nice.
Well, I've
Earl,
got.
what are you doing?
Earl's
He
trying to make
is.
Oh my god.
He's spamming chat. Errol spamming chat.
He's spamming.
Earl.
But so
Don't spam.
I'm giving away a flip flog frog. I made 2 of those and fished
I
with
want
one. One's been sitting in the garage this whole time and never been used. It's just sitting there.
You know,
I think I
Hope
showed
said
you my
with
flip
me-
flog frog when you came, didn't I? Ken?
Yeah, I saw it in person.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Um,
frogs, when I was buying these the other night at Walmart, Hope was with me, of course, and we ended up buying her some stuff also, and that's also where I bought Hope that Yoda thing.
You bought Hope?
Whatever, the other H woman in my life. You can tell who's the most important and whose name I use the most.
Ouch.
But anyway, Hope was trying to get me
You
to
say
buy
my
the
name all the
button.
time at your house? That is so nice of you, Ken.
I'm done.
Feel the burn.
I'm
Feel
done.
the burn. I feel heat.
I didn't know he spoke about me all the time.
Did you? Oh, Modog, did you not know
Look, I'm
that's your
blushing.
secret admirer? Did you not know that's your secret admirer?
You made him blush.
Wait,
I can feel the heat. I was like, I feel the heat.
It's not like that.
My hands are getting toasty.
Ugh.
oh, I better get off your panel or else everybody's going to leave.
So what I was
No.
saying is, when I was at Walmart with Hope a couple of nights ago, she was trying to get me to buy a frog
This is
to
the
throw
green
for
one?
fish.
You should have.
Green one?
I don't know. They had like 90 of them in there.
The hollow body
You
frog.
use that one.
I think like all of them were green.
Oh,
Some of them aren't green.
Black ones.
oh.
That was what I was trying to say. Was that Hope was trying to get me to buy a frog, and I didn't.
Froggy?
Why didn't you? Those are really good for
Did
this time
somebody
of
say
year.
froggy?
I mean, all I got to do is reach
Yeah,
right around
yeah,
the corner.
that
when
one.
Yes.
the computer's in
Yes.
the way.
Yes, one just like that.
Yeah.
Now that one's squishy, isn't it?
It's squishy with 2 hooks. It's on a double. So you got like, oh, get rid of this funny stuff. So you got a hook going down this side and you got a hook coming down this side. So you got 2 hooks
Yeah,
that go over
yeah.
the back.
Yep, same
Um,
ones, or very similar to the ones that she was trying to get me to buy one of.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, right? Since I'm getting stickers from you guys, right?
Yep.
Queen Hess and Ken,
And
what I'll
Moto.
do, they've never been used, right? And I'll never use them, right? What I'll do is because I've got
He's going to
these
spend
kind of
$30
things
to
also.
send those to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll send them.
you don't. You sure don't have to do that, man.
Yeah, no, don't spend money sending them across seas, Stuart.
Yeah.
We
It
have
would
those
cost-
here.
Listen,
They're
It would
$5.
cost
Listen.
me a lot less
well,
to.
you listen, right? I don't have bass across here that or anything that's going to resemble eating these things, right?
You don't have any predatory fish there? Yeah, you do. Catfish eat those.
I don't catfish.
Catfish?
Yeah, catfish.
I don't catfish, right? Now,
Big as org, yeah. So what
I'll
do you
send,
only fly fish, Stuart?
Yes.
I only fly fish.
Only.
Well, I do sea fishing, but they'll never get used in the sea
Why wouldn't it?
because there's no sea creature across here that'll eat them. So
There's
what I'm going to do is I'll send the frogs across.
there's no sea
Right.
creatures that'll eat those.
I'll send the frogs across to you guys as a thank you.
Okay.
All right. Well, if
Froggies.
they end up here and there's more than one, then I'll split them with Modog since he uses them too.
Well,
I have plenty.
Wendy wants a froggy, so Wendy can choose her froggy because she wants a froggy, right? So Wendy
You
can
were
have
told that when you got them.
right. What froggy do you want? Bright one or dark one?
Yeah, bright one.
Right, you get the bright one. Right, that's getting sent. Right. Now there's other stuff here that I'll never use.
Huh?
Right, this thing I'll never use one of these.
Okay.
Right. Now I don't know if you got a popper.
Yeah, I've got a couple, not little ones like that though. Mine are like this long.
That's a
I
mini
mean, let's say this is just stuff that I'll never use. So I've got like a wide gaped, like a wedge, tan colored thing, right?
I've seen those before.
This
call it jitterbug.
this thing here, whatever it's called,
Looks like a rattle trap almost.
That's a rattle trap.
right? So there's that.
Why don't you put them up for giveaway?
Nah, because the thing is, Ken's already given me stuff for a giveaway. So I mean, this is just to basically, I'll thank you back. And thanks, this one here. What I'll do is I'll give you them, right? Because the other stuff I've got, is basically what I can use, right? So, like, so this is like the soft plastics, like so the crawdad stuff. So you got like something like that.
I used to
I
have a
can
whole bunch of
use
those, but I don't know what to catch with them or how to use them.
these things there are basically
Like these.
what you put. Yeah, basically that's them without the jig without the jig head in them. They things I can use. The soft plastic stuff I can use. I've got jig heads in here. I've got spinner stuff in here. So I need this little bag for all the stuff that's on top. But all of this stuff here, like so
Oh,
that
you
one also,
poor people.
right?
What?
I just looked up predatory fish in Scotland, and it comes up. You poor people. Brown trout. That's
Well,
it.
you can have that. Right. Wait a
Oh.
minute. Wait a minute. Whoa,
Oh,
whoa, 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 whoa. Tim.
Huh.
Before
It
you
even says
say
fly fishing is the best fishing.
it is,
I am
and
right
we've
there.
got one of the best fly fishing in the world. We do. Now, in fairness, what you said about brown trout, yes, is true. But there's a different name for the predatory brown trout across here. It's called a feryx,
Yeah, I see that around here. I just
right?
read that.
So
But it's a brown
feryx,
trout.
yeah, basically is a brown trout that's gone cannibal. It starts eating their own.
Okay, but
Um,
well, bass do that.
Yeah, but
Big mouthfuls of them. I'm just saying.
we've got pike across here. If you've got perch,
Okay, listen.
Yeah,
when I put predatory fish, pike is a predatory fish. I put predatory fish in Scotland. That's what I put. Predatory fish in Scotland. And it says right here, brown trout. It doesn't say pike.
Well, we got pike across
brown
here.
trout. I'm just saying. No wonder you're a fly fisherman.
I love fly fishing. That's what I do. Yeah, I am going to see. I'm going sea fishing. My today. I'm going sea fishing. I'm going sea fishing today. So I'm going to try and get more of a multi-species count going on.
You flush brown trout.
Really, Earl?
Oh, reef. Reef.
What you got there? Brown trout.
Forgot. I'll get that today.
So then, if you have pike, they will hit the frog. They will hit the chatterbait. They will hit the Bambi blade.
I
That
don't
I've got to
use
spin
lures.
still. They will hit the.
I don't use any of that stuff for pike.
Well, you should. There's spinner
No,
baits.
dog. I'm going to tell you something, and this is going to put you into a context, right? That I'm hoping you'll understand. I was at a place called Loch Laggan. It's a Highland. You call it like a. It's like a what? 3/4 of it are basically 95% of that loch is natural, but it's got a dam on it. Right. Now, I was fishing there when I was 11 or 12 years old. I had on a trout fly called a Cape McLaren. It's a dry fly, size 12, tiny little thing. Without a wire trace, this fly was sitting on top of the surface. It was an eerie day. 5 minutes from lunch, got the rod set up, got everything set up. Went down to the water.
I knew it.
Now,
I knew it. Stuart caught Loch Ness Monster
no, I caught a 6-pound pike
on a little tiny fly.
on a little tiny fly. And the only reason being it didn't get off is because the line cut through its gum. The line actually cut through its teeth, but just like space in its teeth. The line cut through the gum, and that's the only reason being it didn't get off.
What weight of rod are you using? Like a 5-weight, 8-weight?
Oh, fly rods. 8 weights.
8. I've got an 8-weight over here. I was really hoping to
I
find
always deal with 8s.
I've never fly fished.
8 is what I use for fly fishing, is because when I go rainbow trout fishing, this is where people like, why are you using an 8-weight for trout? Trust me, when I hook a trout, I don't want to play that fish until it's basically like dead. I want that fish in the boat.
And you want it so
I will bully that fish and basically just say, right, you're coming in, regardless. As soon as it's hooked, the head's out the water, it's duffed.
So you must
as soon as it gets air in, it skills, that's it.
Too.
Pardon?
You must be using a pretty heavy tippet then. If you're just going to pull the trout in.
10 pound, plural.
It's still a pretty good tippet. The ones that I used back when I was 5-weight with a fluger, mine went down to like half a pound at the end of the tippet, but I was also flicking those little mosquitoes. I don't remember what they're called. It's been a long time ago now. That's
gnats, maybe. Gnats. I think they call them gnats.
What?
But gnats. They're like a mosquito. Gnats. They're like a mosquito type fly. Now, I mean, I mainly fish with, like I say, I do a lot of fly fishing. So yeah, when a fish is hooked, the first thing I want to do is try and get that rainbow trout head up out the water. As soon as it takes a gulp of air, that's it duffed. It just like come to papa.
Yeah, then you can get it in faster, and then it's going to be healthier when you release it and have a better chance of surviving.
Basically, if I want to do catch and release, I mean, if I'm on a comp, that fish is getting kept. That'll be the only way I catch. The only way I keep fish is if I'm doing a competition.
Okay.
Awesome.
I mean, rainbow trout across here are not. They're not indigenous to this country. They got introduced in 1973.
Yeah,
that's
and
when
they
rainbow
probably brought them from
trout-
like Northwest Washington or something.
We need to bring you
Yep.
some bass over there.
Oh,
Some of these awesome bass.
No dog, I think you need to put
I've
like
said
a half a dozen largemouth in a bucket and mail to him so he can put it in his lake.
I'm doing it.
I've said it that if I ever get a chance to run my own fishery, right, the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to get a license to basically have some American species across here.
Oh, you need some bluegills and some crappies and
No. Listen, when they come here, there'll be no fish called a crappie. There will be called a moonfish.
moonfish.
Some crappie over there.
There'll be no crappie. It'll be papermouth, moonfish, grass bass.
Okay, so Stuart, pike,
Yes.
otherwise known as northern pike here, or you guys probably have chain pickerel. They look the same and all of that. They will hit frogs. They will hit all of that stuff. You're saying that you only caught one on a fly. Well, that's awesome. They are aggressive fish that will hit that frog.
I know
you're
that.
trying-
I know that,
spend
but I
40 bucks
don't.
to
I
spend
don't
over
use. I don't do that kind of fishing.
Well, you should.
Where?
Wherever you fish, buddy.
There's no pike at Lintrathen. There's no pike in there. There's perch, but there's no pike.
How far away is the lock from you?
25.8 miles.
You got to put the phlegm in that, no dog. You got to say it with phlegm.
Pardon? What? Loch. Oh, it's Loch.
Look,
It's in my Loch. Yeah, Loch.
Come on,
Oh,
no dog,
lox.
say it with phlegm.
Loch's what you have.
Drink water.
Lochs are what you use for either
You've got to
padlocks
go to
or
the lock.
Loch. Yeah, Loch.
You do. Oh man.
Lucky.
sorry, Stuart.
Yeah, nothing
Oh,
against you,
indeed.
Stuart. It's just
We're trying to get Modog to say lock.
loch.
Lock.
Lock.
There
Lock.
you go.
Get out of my swamp, Lucky.
There's actually a place in Dundee called Lochie.
Is there?
Oh, nice.
Lochie. There's a place in Dundee called Lochie.
Dundee is that's
In Dundee?
Dundee. There's a
Dundee.
Dundee in Scotland.
I thought he
That's
said
the place I was
Dundee.
born.
Go
That's the
to
place I was
Dundee.
born.
Go to the
Is
lock.
that weird? What's
all
the
right.
dude name? Where is he from?
Well, I'm just saying, Stuart, you need to go get you a bait
Fucking hell,
caster reel
Dundee.
and go throw a frog or a rattle trap
Oh,
on there and try to catch you some pike.
Stuart, are you familiar with that guy? I don't know where he's from. I know that he's somewhere in your hemisphere because he has the same accent or a similar one. It's the Fish Locker.
Yeah. Oh,
He's not up in Scotland, though.
he's not in Scotland. He's in Cornwall. He's in England. I don't know exactly where he is. He
I know
is
that
one
he's
of
somewhere over there.
he is one of the biggest YouTubers that's in this country.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch a bunch of his stuff. That boat that he stays overnight on, that little what's he call that? A 3 meter or something, or 2 meter?
It's oh no, wait a minute.
But
He had one.
A little
There's one
teeny boat
boat
with a
that-
cuddy cabin, and he sleeps on it, and he fishes overnight and catches those big. I don't know. They look like
He's-
cod.
Now he's had ling, that they look like ling cod, what you guys call ling cod.
Okay.
We've got ling. The other one he fishes for, done. He's had sharks. He's had tuna. He's had, when I say tuna, I'm talking bluefin.
Oh, okay.
Now, what else has he had? He's had conger eel.
All right, I got to get off here.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Thanks
It's
for
been
coming.
great and had fun. Thank you for letting me take over your live. I enjoyed it.
Hey, thanks for coming, man. It's always fun to hang out.
I appreciate
Mo,
you
Doc,
having
we
me
love
up here.
you.
Sorry if I annoyed everybody with my antics. Love you, Stuart. Have a good evening. And I'm going to pick up fly fishing, but I'm going to have to put like a pad on the back of my head or something, like It doesn't matter if I wear a hat or not, but I'm going to put a big old pillow or something so I don't hit myself in the back of the head.
Before you
if
start
you're
fly
serious about
fishing, you need to
doing
get
this-
out and use that spin gear, that spin cast rod.
Man, will you please forget about that sometime? Like,
No.
just forget it. Just
No, I've
forget
got
it.
several videos with it waiting for yours.
Okay,
Before you go,
All
Tim,
right. I will
right,
do it.
if you're being serious, right, what I will do, I will tie you up personally. I will tie you up some bass flies.
Stuart, listen.
Shut up.
I am the nicest guy in the
Shut
whole
up.
wide world, and I don't try to break anybody's heart, but I'm getting ready to. Don't send me anything because I will never use it. I am a power fisherman. These are my rods. I will never fly fish. I'm scared to go in creeks, and I don't like walking in water.
I'm going to tell you something.
And he's
the reason
definitely
I'm saying
afraid
that
of
I
snakes.
can send you flies, I will send you hard-bodied flies.
Don't
And
send
they
me
think-
anything. I don't want you to spend money to send me anything, Stuart.
I agree.
I don't want you to send
thing.
me anything. Listen, I have a problem with somebody looking through my stuff before I get it. Does that make sense? I don't
They're
want
not gonna look through
customs looking through my stuff.
Well, Fishhead Videos' package was all whole when it came.
Was it? No, I'm
When
just
it
giving you a
arrived?
hard time.
John
I am
Switzer.
definitely going to
Am I
pick up
saying that
fly
right?
fishing. We like to go out to these little rivers that are around here and do some
Well, let
walking
me
and
send you
stuff.
something then.
No, I don't want you to send me any, Stuart. I don't want you to spend money on me, Stuart. I don't want you to spend money. You don't need to spend money.
Well, I already am, because I remember your channel, so.
Listen, I realize that. But if I had it my way, nobody would have to. But there's no way to put it on there for free. So,
It's a good place to be, though.
but
a good
don't
place to be.
don't spend money to send me anything. There's no reason to. There's no
Well,
reason.
I tell you one thing: if you enter my 1K giveaway and you win something, that's what I'm going to send you.
Well, I'll just have you send it to somebody else.
I'll now send this on to Modog.
You can't do it.
I will.
Listen, I've had this argument with many, many people, and people have tried to send me stuff. I enjoy getting stuff, but if I'm telling you don't spend your money on me, when it gets here, I will put return to sender.
Right, Stuart, just use your
Okay. Okay.
Like he doesn't even want me to send him a blue fox, and I just live right up the road from him, like 1,500 miles.
Yeah, just up the road.
Just up the road.
You know, if I left now, I'd make it there Monday morning.
Monday
That far
morning.
away.
That's right. Unless you got caught in snow. And don't say it can't happen because it could happen.
It's snowing in Oregon.
I have ridden
It could happen.
in enough snow.
No, Stuart, really. I mean, if you want to send them to me, send them to me. I just really don't want you to have to spend money to send them over here. I will probably never use them because
Listen, this is where you're also missing out on something, Tim.
I've been
Right?
listening.
And I know that you're. Wait a minute, darling. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
No.
I have sent a fly box to anything as possible. Right? It's up on his channel. I sent a fly box to Bob. I've
Who's
even
anything
sent
is
bits and
possible?
pieces- Yes, anything is possible. Anything.
Boab.
Bob.
Boab.
Bob.
It's Bob.
Bob.
Boab.
No, it's
Bob.
Bob.
Boab.
It's
That's
Bob.
how I said it, and he had to come on and
Yeah, he literally had to come
Listen,
up on
it's-
panel and correct it.
It's Boab.
No, it's Bob.
Bob,
Bob.
Bob.
come on, Bob.
Bob. If
So
you
it's
want
Bob.
to speak Scottish and Bob,
Boab.
right?
Gosh.
So Bob.
Say it again.
So Bob, for anything is possible. This guy.
Anything is
Where's
possible.
my hand? Where's my hand? Where's my hand? This guy here.
There it is.
Anything is possible. Right. This guy
Hey,
right
before
here.
too long, there's going to be an orange fish on that panel right about here.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
And a
There'll
donkey.
be an orange
And
fishy right here. There'll be an orange fishy here.
Get out of my swamp, donkey.
Hey, he'll have a donkey. It's the wrong donkey, but he'll have one.
Nobody cares.
So yes,
Okay.
I've already sent the fly box. I've sent a fly box
I
to
do.
Bob. I've sent
Boab.
I've sent Bob fly box. I've sent Bob flies, rigs for basically sea fishing and catfishing. I've sent him
Hold on, Stuart. Wait, Wendy, are you sitting right there?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you hit him for me, please?
I'll do it off alive.
Just hit him on the shoulder.
I'll
Here, I'll put my hand over it so I can't see.
Yeah,
You can just trust me.
look, I won't even watch. Look, my hand's right here. I'm putting it right there. Look, I'm not watching. Hit him. Saw that. I'm just saying. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Stuart.
man, we mean.
Stuart, I love you, but I don't want you to have to spend money to send MoDog anything. Send those to Ken and stuff like that. Ken will use them, definitely.
Yeah.
well.
He's a
I
fly
tied
fisher,
up
but I am
something.
not.
I tied up something for fish head videos, and I made him a hard-bodied, home-tied fly, and I used a UV resin around the body. And I was actually hoping to try and do the same kind of thing for you to see how you would get on with it. That's what I was
Listen.
hoping for.
Listen to me, okay? Listen. Now you're gonna get a look into MoDog right here. See these? Hold on, put that back on there so I can show him these real quick.
What one?
See these? Do you see these?
Yeah.
These right here? I bought these the other day for $60. I bought them, and I'm giving them to somebody because I won't use them. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
$60.
Feel it.
I paid $60.
I got mine for $1 each.
Please don't send me anything, Stuart.
Oh, it is.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So,
anything
I
to
was-
upset a bulldog.
What?
trying to show this. Click that button.
Right.
Shakespeare.
Fenwick.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Fenwick.
Streamer.
It's Fenwick. What? Shakespeare.
Fenwick streamer.
Streamer.
Fenwick
And,
streamer.
That's your fly rod.
and it's, where's the 9 foot,
9
8
foot 8 weight. 9 foot 8 weight. That's a perfect rod for bass.
See,
But it's got this old reel on it that don't even have a handle.
That's an automatic reel. That's an automatic reel. You wind it up and then you just trigger it. So bring the fish in.
But I don't know. I'll have to play with it and figure it out. I'm gonna go back to here.
And that's what he just said. He said it's an automatic reel.
It's an automatic reel.
What happened
You
to
wind it
Stuart's face?
That's bulldog.
You wind it up on one side and then the trigger is basically brings the line in. So there you go. An automatic reel.
Nice.
That's cool.
All right, I'm leaving. I gotta go.
It does.
I already
Okay.
said that like, I don't know, 20,000
Yeah.
minutes ago.
All right. Bye, MoDog.
All right, see you guys later. Have a good one. Thanks for having
Love
me
you,
up.
Tim.
Bye, everybody.
Tim.
Bye.
Bye, Tim. Oh, give me a minute. I'm having a de-stressful thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I told you can do that on my video.
What? Smoke.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Remember the
Oh,
other
sure.
time I told you to have one for me?
Mm. Oh, question, actually. While you two are here, did you have a look at the video that I sent you for smoking fish?
Oh, no.
No, I think Hester has it in her inbox.
I forgot.
Well, I've reminded you now, so that's the main thing.
Well, we will watch it tonight when we get off of here, which ain't going to be too much longer because it's
By the way, this is Wendy's charger,
Oh, awesome.
nice.
and it comes with one part's in my phone at the moment, but it comes with a C charger.
Oh, awesome.
And an
iPhone
iPhone.
and Type-C.
So there's a C and there is an
iPhone.
iPhone, and it's also got a micro, which is in my phone at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, both of our phones take the Type C.
Yeah. So how are you guys anyway?
Oh, so far so good. Hanging in there anyway.
Yeah. Like I say, I won't use any of them, so I'll just send you them. I won't use them.
Sure don't have to, but if you send them, best I can promise is I'll snag them up.
And a fish.
Hopefully in a
Yes.
fish. Hopefully in
Like
a
I say, I
fish.
won't never. I'll never use them. So I mean, you can have them. The soft plastics I'll use.
No, this used to be fly line. It's
I see
old.
that.
Yeah, that's the tippet that came
Yeah.
on that. So that rod I just showed you, that fly rod, my neighbor, the same one that gave me those lures and these other rods and reels, and that package of lubricants that I showed this morning, or at the beginning of my video, rather.
I was like,
He works at the landfill, and so somebody had thrown that fly rod and reel away, and he took it from the dump and brought it home and gave it to me because he knows that I'm a fisherman. So
yeah.
I've collected so many fishing rods like that before. I mean, people just like, oh, throw it away. And I know.
Yeah.
I got a really cool Penn reel that he brought me that's on a rod. See if I can dig it out of my stack here. What are you hung up on now?
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah, it's.
You want to show that? Yes. The wood butt on it and everything?
Yeah, there's. It's a giant rod, so Ken is holding the other end of it.
That's actually. Wait a minute. That kind of rod. Let's see the handle at the top.
On the top.
Right. That's similar to our boat rods across here.
It is a boat rod. It's like
Yeah,
7
it is
feet
a
long,
boat rod.
but it's a one piece, and all of the name and everything is worn off of it here. There's no name or anything left. So there's no weight information with it, but it's got a lot of that green oxidation on it because that's all metal parts. It's got that green oxidation, but this is a Penn Senator 112. So I think this is the smallest Senator that they made.
Does that come off?
Yeah, it's a 3/0 special Senator. So it's the red. It's the red color. I don't know if that shows very well on the camera, but it's the red color, and that means that it's the high-speed model.
Wow.
But I mean, you can see all the corrosion in there on that spool. It'll never be beautiful. But
tell you what would help
make it
that.
functional.
If you're serious enough to try and get that thing like spick and span, give it a hydro dip.
Hydro dip.
Hydro dip. That's like paint on the surface of the water, and then you dip it in the paint.
You can do it that way, but you put it like in a bath first, and then it'll take all the scum off it, and then you can hydro dip it if you wish to.
Yeah, I can't even get the nut loose yet, so I'm gonna have to put pliers on that to get that loose.
WD-40 first. WD-40 first.
Yeah,
WD-40.
good idea.
Yeah, where is it?
I have some right here.
Best thing ever.
I'm gonna spray this in the house like an idiot.
Whatever, it's just fish oil.
All right. Well, I got WD-40 on it now, so I'll let that soak.
Thud.
And I'll mess with it again in a couple of days or something. Stand it up on my chair here.
But I'm just giving you guys ideas of like you basically put it into a bath and then it'll take all the stuff off it and then you can anodize it if you wish to.
Vinegar will also work good.
Yeah. So I've got it's outside in my shed out there. I say shed, but really it's a 6 foot by 12 foot enclosed trailer that I'm using as a shed. I've got some metal polish called White Diamond that works with steel wool.
Yep.
And I've had really good success with that on everything I've tried it on so far. And part of me kind of wants to strip all the nickel plating off of those metal parts, clear back down to the brass, and then just have it kind of brass colored like this knife.
Yep.
Just a thought that I had on it, but I don't think I'll go through the hassle of nickel plating it or anything.
No. I mean,
There's guys who do that.
I mean, if I were you, just like take the worst off it, and then
Electricity, right?
you can do whatever you wish. But I mean, I'm just giving you ideas of like how to get rid of all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm more of a collector than anything for these old Penn reels.
Yep.
Like this one, I don't remember where I picked it up, but it's part of my collection and it's in good enough shape. I thought I'm going to fish with that, and so that's why I went through and serviced it tonight. So I'm looking forward to putting that on a rod and fishing off of the pier with it. In hopes of catching something.
You guys do a lot of sea fishing across there, don't you?
Yeah, we're right on the ocean. We're on the Intercoastal Waterway here in North Carolina.
Tell you what I'll do as well. I'll give you some of my home tied sabiki rigs for going mackerel fishing or bait fishing.
Okay. Yeah, we catch mackerel on. I'll show you a mackerel lure. Got one in my box here, a blue box. Ouch.
I mean, if it's like metals or anything like that, I've got plenty of metals. But I mean, I'd actually like catch mackerel on sabiki rigs at a time myself. Or even just send you the flies across and you can just use your own nylon for them.
So I got a couple of different ones here that I have had success with for catching the Spanish mackerel. This one here is
It's copper.
no, it's copper colored, but it's like lead. But you throw that, and then you just kind of jerk it as you retrieve it and run it real fast, and it just kind of does this in the water.
Well, see, like that knot that I told you about, the Rapala knot, that would work ideal on these things. I mean, this is what I tried to explain to Modog.
I want to say that they call this a 6-shooter.
I just call it a bait imitation thing.
Yeah. And then these are the other ones. And this one's a gotcha plug. You can see the paint's kind of missing because I've been using it. And you fish this one the same way, and it dances in the water. But it ties on the top here.
Yep.
And you can use these trolling or casting. And I think it might actually be this one that I was trolling with on Terry's boat. Not on video because Terry's a drunk. But I was fishing with this on his boat trolling and caught my so far personal best Spanish mackerel on it. Wow. It was either this one or the white one.
I mean, like I said, Dexter's wedges we've got across here we use for mackerel because our mackerel are only about, some of them like 16, they can get to like 16 inches in length, but the majority of them are like a foot to 14 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Spanish mackerel have to be 14 inches to keep, but they get up to 24, 25 inches.
But they're nothing like ours. Our mackerel are, I think I showed you the photo of them.
Yeah,
blue mackerel or something. Yeah, I mean, they only go up to like a foot to 16 inches. But to be honest, the way I would fish for them, I always seem to, this Rapala knot always seems to work very well.
Okay.
Because it's like a hangman's noose, but without like the whole thing sliding towards the actual eye of the thing. It just locks itself in. You got this little loop.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try that tomorrow when I tie on one of those other lures that I had.
I mean, the sabiki rigs, I make the feathers up for them. I tired them up. Tony, who was in chat earlier, Shark Smith Angling, I gave him a think like 6 or 7 sets, and they were like some were like 6. I gave them one that had 7, one or 2 that had 6. And then there was like a bunch of 5s, bunch of 4s, and I think there was like one that had 3 on it, or 2 out of 3. I can't remember exactly how many, but I gave them to him, so he's used them.
So
And
how do you pronounce it? Is it Damaker? Or
But
Damaker?
the maker.
Okay,
Yeah,
grab a drink.
it's like this street that I stay on.
Okay.
Actually, years and years and years ago, it used to have an acre of dam. It was an acre of dam. That's what it's called, dam acre.
Yeah.
Because it was like an acre of dam. So yeah, that was well before my time. Well, in fact, this was probably about 300 years ago. It was an acre of dam. The place I stay in is called Brechin, and it's pretty. It's full of history. It really is full of history. Back in the olden days, we were actually like one of the hardiest people in Scotland because there was a few, like every so often a war would come out and it would be like a battle or something, and I was like, oh, here we go again. And then what happened was they tried to invade us, and basically the people here years and years and years ago went like, no happening. So we'd run them out.
Perfect.
I mean, we're the only place in Angus that's got a distillery, which is like where you make your own whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
We're the only one in Angus that's actually got a distillery. There used to be 3 in Brechin. Now we're only down with 1. No.
So you said you're Viking?
Pretty much.
So do you know Grog?
Or Ragnarok.
No, Grog.
Who's that?
It's not a person, it's a drink.
It's a drink.
What is it called? Sorry, your mouth's full of food, so I'm trying to.
It's grog.
How do you
It's full of. What is that full of? What liquor?
It's orange juice and I want to say rum.
Orange juice, rum, and sugar.
Never heard of that.
It's got enough rum and sugar in it that it stays shelf stable on a boat.
Um,
And it's about as effective as beer, and it was what they used to drink on the boats. It's kind of like a mead, I guess.
Oh, well, if you're going things like that, then I haven't really had a mead as such, but I mean, beer I have. I mean, that's why I've got a big belly, because it's a beer belly.
I've got a big belly just because I'm a fat guy.
No, this is beer. It killed me. Like, there's one night, I don't know if you've ever heard of a drink called Guinness.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you've heard of Guinness?
Yeah.
I went on a pub crawl. Well, it was meant to be a pub crawl with my mum and a couple of her workmates, and only got to one pub. Found my mum's other workmate inside the pub, and he's like, "Oh, we want drinks." So I said to Dave, I said to him, I says, "Well, what you having?" He says, "I'm having Guinness." I usually drink Belhaven Best, which is like Scotland's best beer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh, I'll try Guinness then." So I ended up with like 8 pints that night.
Oh, Jesus.
That'll do it.
Right. Yeah. The next morning, I went down to my old man's caravan. I said to him, I says, "Nah." He said, "What's the matter with you?" I went, "You hungry?" I went, "No." And he says, "You want any drink?" I went, "No." He said, "What were you drinking last night?" I went, "Guinness." how many pints did you have? 8. And he went, you idiot. It says, Guinness isn't a drink, it's a food. And it says, no wonder you're not wanting anything to drink or eat. It says, you're bloated. It says that the yeast, the yeast is inside it's basically like, oh no. So,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
I'm not a fan of Guinness.
I love it. I really do love it. I mean, honestly, for like iron content, definitely.
I'm about to fall asleep sitting here, man.
Pardon?
I'm just saying I'm about to fall asleep.
You're about to fall asleep.
Mhm.
What's
Yeah,
sleep?
I'm the boring fisherman.
Well,
I'm going to sleep.
I'm going to do something my time tomorrow. Well, basically my tomorrow. Well, my today. Your guys is tomorrow. I'm going fishing,
Awesome.
right? And I will be hitting the sea.
Perfect.
So I'm going for another species count. I will do a public live for a change to see how we get on.
Okay.
So,
Well, I will try to see that if I can. I'm going to try to get out on the John boat tomorrow.
because I'll be, well, high tide, I think it's about 5-ish, maybe just after 5. And I know the nights are starting to stretch here, which means summer's coming. I know summer's coming. So what I'm hoping to do from there is basically try and come back about, well, I'll probably leave there about 7-ish. So I'll be through there for about 12 hours time, hopefully. I'm aiming for 12 hours time. So get a bus through and spend at least 4 hours, 5 hours through there, and go for a species count and see what happens.
Sounds like fun.
So you're more than welcome to come in and watch.
Yeah, if I am around and can, I definitely will. I'll just have my phone with me tomorrow.
I don't know how many hours you guys are behind us because I'm trying to think if you're.
Well, it's
Yeah,
11
you're
p.m.
saying-
right now.
So it's 11 p.m. So yeah, so you're 4 hours behind us at the moment. So you're East Coast.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. So if you're not busy, let's say you can always pop in and say hello.
Yeah, I'll definitely try. Definitely do that.
I mean, I've got a jug of squid there that needs to get through. So I mean, it's been sitting in the fridge and it needs to get done. It's been defrosted since a week.
Yeah, you probably ought to use that up before it starts smelling up.
Well, that's why it's going out today. Hopefully, try and catch some fishies. And if I catch a shellfishy, then that'll keep Earl and Jake happy. That I don't need a lobster pot or a crab pot to catch them. I can catch them on rod and line.
Okay.
I used to catch them rod and line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's easy to catch them on rod and line.
Yeah, I actually had the
Wow.
little snares that you'd cast out, and they'd come in to eat the bait that's in a little box. And then when you pull the hook up on them, it has a bunch of loops, and the loops can close up if they had their legs in it.
Well, this they actually take an actual hook. I've seen them actually take an actual hook.
Really?
Yeah.
The last one
know.
the last one I caught had a broken back leg. It had its right claw ripped off.
Okay.
So it was a little Jeremy. We call them Jeremys. If you get a disabled looking crab, we call them Jeremys.
Ah.
Don't know why.
Well, I used to work in a fish market, and we probably did 500,000 pounds a year of crab.
Yeah, she worked at a cannery and did all of that.
Well, we used to have a canning factory here years ago in the 80s and in the early 90s. We had a canning factory. It was called the cannery. That's called the cannery. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what we call
cannery.
it. And basically some of my family members used to work in there, and it was a really nice place to be. And of course, industries nowadays are like dwindled away to nothing.
Mhm.
And yeah, how times have changed from a booming town
Yep.
that this place used to be to basically nothing, and it's hurtful because it's like you've grown up in a place where there's like loads of work and now there's nothing,
Yeah. Now there's
and it's
nothing.
like it's you're trying to think, well, what's the next step? And of course, I mean, people look at me thinking, well, you've got to get a job. My YouTube's my job.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I'd rather
wish.
sit and moderate channels and do my own thing. And if somebody else is live, I'll shout them out and just say, look, go across there, don't watch me, go and watch them. And if the host across that channel likes a Bob, and he'll be like, well, go and watch Stuart. And I'm like, I've just sent them to you for me. Like, go, no, I'm not catching nothing. Go and see him. Stay with him. Like, no, go and stay with Bob. And it's just like back and forward. And I'm like, you know what?
And
it's
then they're
what you
like,
do.
screw it.
Yep. If you've
Yep.
got a second device, you can watch me and Bob.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I try and shout anything as possible as I
Yeah,
can,
because
but
sometimes I'll have like Cindy on the TV,
Mm-hmm.
and either Matt or somebody else is online, so I'll get on my phone and watch them.
I mean, I've hardly been in Cindy's for a while, actually. I mean, I'm not being nasty, but it's like I'm just trying to withdraw from there. And it's nothing against her. It's just there's people in there that don't get on with, and it's just like, you know what, I'm pushed out, so we can go in there.
Yeah.
I find my happy places as long as I know for a fact that if there's a safe place for me to go to, I'll stay. If there's somebody in there, I'll just not go in.
Yeah.
So, and it's people where I'm going to today have done that to me. And the thing is, they'll put it back on me, saying, "Well, you're the problem. I didn't cause anything. You guys did."
Mhm.
But that's how a narcissistic brain works. They think that they're not to blame. They're guilty free, and they caused the problem. But they'll look
Yeah.
for a scapegoat, and they've picked me. And I thought, well, you're not picking me. No chance.
Okay. I think I'm gonna get off here.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're gonna head to bed.
Oh, we're
Well,
gonna.
let's say I'm going fishing in like maybe 11 hours or something. I'll get lunch first, and then I'll head through.
Okay.
So if I see you, you're more than welcome to come in. Hopefully, we'll have
Sounds
a
great.
multi-species bucket full.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully I can catch a fish tomorrow.
Well, you've got the stuff there to do it with.
I do. I've got 3 big old tackle boxes sitting over there, gonna go on that little tiny boat of mine tomorrow.
Yep.
Just remember one thing: if they're going for salt, if you're going to put them in salt water, wash them afterwards.
Oh yeah, we always do.
I mean, I've done. I went saltwater fishing. I didn't bother because I thought I was going back out next day, and I've never been back out, and it's just like, yep, rust pile.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Right, you guys are going to hit the bed. Chat, love yous all. As you know,
Yep. Love you guys.
we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
All right, sounds good, man. Bye, everybody.
See you after.
Right. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, Wendy.